and gents, family and friends, a beautiful, bombastic, sizzling Saturday evening. I'm so excited once again to serve you all tonight. And I know it has been very, very special because a lot has been exciting and of course a lot of things to celebrate. So number one, what's one thing that we had ended? Of course, the Bali to Shoe Indonesia. And I'm so excited that all of us will be together facing each other face to face. If you please type one if you're excited that we will be all seeing each other soon live. Wow. So all of you will be going to Bali. All right. So this is your host, Maris Del Rio, your wellness and transformational coach. And welcome to the new distributors orientation. So why are we talking about Bali? Because it's one of the best paradise and place to be. I've been there and truly enjoy the country, the people, the food. And next year in the first quarter, Usana is really making it our way for us to be in one plane together. Imagine that all of us are all Usana. And thank you so much, Usana Corporate, for the lovely jersey jacket. So sana all, Usana all. O, diba? Nakakatawa that Usana has been truly creating the best products, not just our cellular nutrition, but also our skincare, diba, makeup natin, lahat. I mean, soon, diba, you'll also have that makeup line. Hoping, because indeed, Dr. Myron Wentz could even create the best of the best, whatever that we can imagine. And that is, of course, one of the things that are in the pipeline and looking forward. Kasi nga, this year, it's all about active nutrition as well. Pero guys, I'd love to also know, di ba I always ask, where are you always coming from? A little bit of turn of questions. I'd love to know, what are you thankful for this day and all throughout the weeks? Alam ko marami talaga kayong ginol sa buhay. And of course, marami talaga kayong mga dreams and aspirations. Could you please type one thing that you are very grateful for? All right. So one thing. Okay, good health. Thank you, Ria. Oh, food. Lindsay, thank you so much. Oy, maraming foodie dito ha. I admire you. Dahil foodie din talaga ako. Okay, Jav says quality sleep. May says healthy family. Justin says my family is healthy. O, diba? Health is wealth, and it is something that we have to always be grateful for. Peace of mind. I can also see a lot in here, like sustained energy, happy heart. Happy heart. O, diba? Much love. O, diba? Nakakatawa that napaka-family oriented talaga natin. And marapat lamang, diba? Dahil Usana is indeed the happiest, healthiest, and wealthiest family on earth. O, diba? Time freedom. Others value their mentors and coaches. O, diba? Pasalamatan natin ang mentors and coaches natin na laging nandyan for us. We love you so much. Shout out sa mga mentors and coaches. Having to reconnect with our relatives. Grateful sa bumababa na ang COVID case sa mga ospital. Iba pa nga po, zero na. And it's something that we should always celebrate because life is worth celebrating for. O, diba? Health and wealth. So thank you, ladies and gents, family and friends, because sa totoo lang talaga, being grateful every day is something that we have to practice and live by, because hindi na talaga natin alam what can be promised for the future, but what's important is today and how we can actually always give importance of what's given to us. But having said that, thank you so much for your engagement. I hope that you'll be all very focused and lahat talaga matutunan natin tonight, because this person and mega speaker is truly one of a kind and woman of the hour. So please don't you miss any detail, because you're in for a treat. O, diba? You're in for a treat. But before anything else, I'd love to call our glamorous Senior Sales and Marketing Manager, Miss Joyce Romoliosa, for hot updates and things that you have to take note. Miss Joyce?
Thank you, Maris. And I really had to wear my dangling earrings, no, to match yung energy ni Maris, no. Talagang tonight is something to celebrate. Actually, this year, no, is one of something to celebrate, kasi kung ikaw ay healthy, kung ikaw ay nandito, no, nakikinig, then it's really something to be grateful for. And speaking of the Bali Indonesia Travel Incentive, kagaya nga nung sinabi ni Maris, no, hopefully we can all travel to Bali, Indonesia first quarter of the year, and talaga do sa mga new associates natin, mararamdaman ninyo at you will experience firsthand na totoo pala no yung travel incentive ng Usana Philippines and Usana in general, and this is something to be grateful for as well, no? And ako po ay talaga nagpapasalamat sa lahat po ng humabol ng kanilang qualification. You know what? This contest is really not just for you to travel, but really for you to build your business. No, hindi mo kailangan maging top income earner. You don't need to be part of the Diamond Directorship to be able to experience the 6 ways to earn or the 4th way to earn with Usana, which is a travel incentive. And yun yung mga pinagmamalaki natin, no, as a company, that the average person can really earn in this business. And later on, you will see with our speaker, if you will notice, this is our 13th session. No, this is a project of the IDC, and mapapansin nyo, iba naman yung profile ng ating speaker, no? She's not one of the founders, she's not even one of the pioneers, but she emerged as one of our leaders and successful Usana associate who is very, very young. So if you have a young associate profile, please, hindi pa po huli ang lahat, no? Maaga pa, you can let them still join our meeting for tonight, because tonight it's all about you. No, it's all about strengthening your belief. It's all about the 7th habit of Stephen Covey, sharpening your saw. Di ba? Kasi kung araw-araw, no, you get to do the same things, you get to do the same routine, but you don't sharpen, no, what you know, what your mindset is, no, definitely it will deteriorate and it will not give you a great return, no. So, ang maganda po niyan, every Saturday night, please make sure that you post, no, sa inyong calendar and sa inyong mga group chat ang ating new distributors orientation. So, this is also live on Facebook. As we know, no, we don't really need a lot of audience here sa Zoom. You can watch even sa Facebook. You can restream it, no, as long as there are a lot of people can watch and can benefit from this training. And just before I turn it over to our host, no, I just want to remind you that 7 weeks pa po ang 2021 and we still have ongoing momentum bonus, no. Again, let's all celebrate the little wins, yung $100 mo. It's really a great feat, no? Lalo na kung consistent mo siyang gagawin, no? It's your chance or your gateway to greater Usana benefits or Usana income opportunities. So please make sure that if you are new in the business, no, if you have just enrolled this year, do not miss to be part of the momentum bonus. So talagang this is one of the early Christmas bonuses from Usana. And we are also running our Athens Greece travel incentive. Grabe, ikaw na yung susuko next year, no? We'll be going to a lot of local destinations. We'll also go to international destinations like Athens, Greece. So please, make your 7 weeks count and at least hit that growth target that you have set for the year, because there's really, you're not really shortchanging anybody here but yourself, no? Kung hindi mo gagawin yung inyong goals. And again, tonight, let's all be inspired, let's all learn from our speaker, and make sure to share this video and to share this training. So maraming salamat po, and I'll turn it over back to our host, Maris. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miss Joyce. All right, our glamorous senior sales and marketing manager just blew it off sa lahat ng pagiging generous ni Usana. And we're so grateful that Usana has been wowing us with the best incentives, pampering us with the great travels, of course, bonus after bonus after bonus, and lots of gifts to come. Kaya maraming salamat, Usana. Could you please give Usana a round of applause? O, di ba, napakagaling ng ating corporate, very caring and competent. And even Dr. Myron Wentz and our leaders in the industry, they're always giving us and thinking what's best for us. I love our company. We love Usana. We live Usana. And having said that, before I transition to our speaker, I have a personal encounter with her. All right, millennials, can I see you in the house? Could you please type M in the chat box kung nandito kayo? Oh, diba? Oh, wow. Coach Jenny is here. Of course, the DNA Empire. Mga, o kaya feeling millennial, pwede rin. mga millennial na senior, okay lang. All right. So one thing that I really love about her, especially when I came to Cebu, so Mentor Ronel talaga and Mentor Jonalyn talaga nakakagulat talaga yung energy and of course leadership nila. Very inspiring. But this woman, when I saw her, talagang drop jaw talaga ako. Sabi ko, siya yung sa mga pinaka-idol ko. Number one, of course, I'm pro women empowerment. Diba? Iba kapag ang mga babae ang nagli-lead. And second, I really love her lifestyle. When I asked her, wow, you're really living the life. After 5 years, she's living in a hotel for like almost 1 year. After 5 years being in Usana, sabi ko, wow, she can live anywhere in the world. Literally, that's the life. Sabi ko, if there's something that I want to achieve in Usana, of course, part of it is serving, growth, leadership, etc. But really the lifestyle, because it's not something that I do for myself, but we also do it for everyone. Kaya naman, brace yourselves as I formally introduce her. All right, thank you. Our speaker for tonight started her Usana business at the tender age of 22 and became the youngest diamond director at the age of 26. Our keynote speaker is a graduate of bachelor's degree in electronics and communications engineering, and she was previous lecturer in DLSU. Lecturers, professors in the house, in Manila College of Engineering, and a former national reviewer of engineering board examination. More to that, she previously worked as a project manager in an IT company and as business analyst in an Australian bank. More so, since then, she has been awarded as a multi-million peso earner and a 5-time top trimester growth qualifier. Amazing, right? And she also earned lots of travel incentives. Let's take note, just like Maldives, Australia, Asian cruise in Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, China, and Korea. She also qualified for an Asia Pacific growth travel, particularly in Budapest and Sri Lanka. Ladies and gents, family and friends, rally your group as this young millionaire shares with you her winning mindset, which brought her to the top. Let's welcome our one-star diamond director, none other than the gorgeous and fantabulous, the woman of the hour, mentor Camille Gliane. Set a fire in the chat box. Let's go. Mentor Camille, the floor is yours.
Woohoo! Grabe, nakaka-excite. And Maris, I missed you. How are you? It's been a while.
I miss you so much, Mentor. I mean, lahat favorites ko ha. Pero Mentor Camille is very special because number one, I can really see and mirror myself to you. Principles natin about life, loving singlehood. Wow! Diba? And of course, third, women empowerment and leadership. So take it away, Mentor. Shine, shine, shine. Thank you.
Yan. So, I miss you, Maris. Cheers. Charot.
Cheers!
Kunwari, social din ako. Bumagay ba, guys? Bumagay ba? Ayan. So, good evening, everyone. So, sinubukan ko lang tapatan ang kasosyalan ni Maris. Pero, kailangan po natin mag-practice. So, sino dito, mga katulad ko, hirap na hirap ka sa English, okay? At hirap na hirap din ako maging prim and proper dahil isa tayo mga wasak. Okay? Taas ang mga kamay ng mga wasak, di ba? So, yung tinatry mo talaga na maging kagalang-galang, di ba? Like, good evening, everyone. Let's stand up for our opening hymn. Charot, joke lang. Ayan, di ba? So, alam ko nagimbal na kayo, di ba? Akala nyo, di ba? Cheers, everyone, to our success. Di ba? Bagay ba? Okay, try lang, di ba? We all have something to learn, and that is one thing na na-learn ko with Maris. And nung na-meet ko din siya, I was starstruck. And to everyone here, if you're new to Usana, it's your first time attending a new distributor's orientation. Welcome! Welcome! Woohoo! Welcome to the healthiest family on earth. And i-share ko lang sa inyo ang ating host, pangmalakasan. Correct me if I'm wrong, she used to be a flight attendant for Emirates. Di ba? Nakakaloka. Emirates, di ba? And president din niya ng Speaking Federation, o di ba? Professional host, di ba? So, aren't you just grateful na you are in Usana? 'Di ba? Na parang ako, kahit talagang may pagka-jeje talaga ako. Alam mo yan, yung may pagka-jeje ka talaga. Pero you are in a company na sobrang professional, 'di ba? Hindi badu yung mga tao, 'di ba? Grateful ba kayo doon? 'Di ba? So nakakaloka ang ating backstage volunteer, 'di ba? Is very accomplished. If I'm not if hindi ako nagkakamali, I think she's magna cum laude. O, 'di ba? Magna cum laude, Lasal. Bam, 'di ba? So nakakaloka tong Usana. Na-shock na ba kayo? 'Di ba? Nakakaloka talaga dito. So yan yung una kong i-share, di ba? If it's your first time joining a direct selling company, welcome. If it's your first time starting your own business, welcome. If it's your first time deciding to take the path of being an online entrepreneur, welcome. Pero let me tell you, mahirap mag-work? Agree? Mahirap mag-trad business? Yes. Mahirap mag-online business? Yes. Pero kumbaga mahirap na nga siya eh. So don't make it harder doing something or associating with baduy. Agree ba kayo? 'Di ba kasi mahirap na nga siya. So doon na tayo sa mga classy, 'di ba? Doon na tayo sa very professional, 'di ba? Doon na tayo sa talagang more than 30 years na, 'di ba? Usana is the best, 'di ba? So ako yan yung lagi kong mindset na the business, the industry or any job in general is difficult already. 'Di ba? It's my job naman to really pick the people I want to surround myself with. 'Di ba? Professional people, people with good character, caliber, integrity. 'Di ba? Kasi nga mahirap na nga siya eh. 'Di ba? So don't make it harder pa. 'Di ba? So yun na, very very excited ako. Imagine nag-host sa atin, 'di ba? Walang kajejehan sa katawan, 'di ba? So tayong mga nanonood, yung mga nakahiga dyan, o magpormala na tayo dahil nakakaya kay Maris, di ba? Grabe, imagine, magna cum laude, o di ba? So, i-chat nyo nga dito, ano mga ka-aktibidades nyo sa school, okay? Mga suma, okay? Sumasampung course, charot, okay? Magna, okay, okay. Muse, Muse, okay, bet ko yung Muse, di ba? So, naku, wag na tayo magtanungan dyan. Ang mahalaga ay natapos na natin yung phase na yan ng buhay na yan, di ba? Pero, dyan ako super impressed with you, Sana. So, before we start, ako share ko sa inyo, when I was new in the company, it was 4 years old, or I think going 5 years. So, technically, in an industry that's infamous, in an industry that's usually being frowned upon, 4 years na yung company, people would think I'm a little bit late, di ba? And usually, if it's not even legal, di ba, yung mga fly-by-night, it wouldn't last more than 6 months, di ba? 1 year, 6 months. So for a company to last 4 years at that time, it really, kumbaga, exceeded the expectation. But of course, we know Usana is great, so wala namang surprise doon. But of course, the market is watching. And 4 years in the business in the Philippines, it's already exceeding expectation. People were saying, nako, pa-twilight na yan, di ba? Or, nako, late ka na, Camille. Di ba? Late ka na. Naririnig niyo na ba yan? Di ba? So sabi ko, talaga ba? OMG! Di ba? Wala na, nabayad ko na, sis. Charot, di ba? Late na pala, di ba? So, that was what my parents were telling me, kapitbahays were telling me na, okay, sige, let's see. And hindi ko siya sinasadya, I just did the business. But after 9 years, di ba? It was my 9th year last month. I was happy to prove them wrong. Agree ba kayo? Kasi I didn't start early. I started pretty late in their, kumbaga, in their words. But I think I still started early. Bakit? Kasi wala namang point eh. Kumbaga, being the first in the wrong direction. Kumbaga, di ba? And if you are in the middle, it's okay also. So, depende talaga yan. It depends, diba? So, ako sobrang grateful ako. And when I was new, I was very observant. So, to everyone new in this call, syempre, you will get a lot of trainings, you will get a lot of resource, diba? But one tip I can give you is that to be very observant. Agree? Game ba kayo? Kasi kailangan observant ka talaga. So, when I was new, I was 22 years old. I went to the Usana office. Of course, I was very pessimistic. I was very skeptic. Imagine yung nanay ko, sabi niya, tigilan mo yan. Okay, eventually, I had to transfer house. O, diba? Hindi ako pinalayas. Nag-transfer ako. Joke lang. Kasi nga ayaw niya yung ginagawa ko. O relate ba kayo? So, I had to transfer na bahay. Ganun ka ganun ka kailangan pag-aralan, di ba? So when I started the business, I wasn't a wide-eyed, excited associate. I was an associate trying to make sense of everything that's happening. There was a cognitive dissonance. Alam niyo yon, yung I know in my heart, deep in my heart, I saw the presentation, this is the best business. But then there are people outside who are trying to tell me otherwise. Can you relate? Nakaka-relate ba kayo? Pero sabi ko, ano ba to? Diba? Diba? So, I was very observant. So, when I went to the office, so I'm sure makikita niyo yung office sa YouTube or sa mga videos, diba? If you cannot physically come. Ang first thing na napansin ko is may pagka-social talaga siya. So I've been to, kumbaga, different jobs din. Hindi naman sa ma-judge natin ang job with a building, di ba? Pero I've been to PSE companies top Philippine stock companies nasa index ng PSE. I was interviewed for a job. The building is nowhere close to Usana. So in my mind, paano to naging pangit? I mean, building pa lang, sis! Diba? So, after that, so I went in, I na-feel ko may pagka-social. For a time, I felt I didn't fit in. Kasi sabi ko, parang, pwede ba sa mahirap ito? Diba? Pwede ba sa akin ito? And then yung mga guard, okay? Yung mga guard, very professional. Alam mo yung mga guard na alam mong may defibrillator, alam mo yun, alam mong may stretcher, alam mong safe ka. So when I went inside, yung mga guard talaga naka-ranger uniform at bawal na naka-shorts. Diba? So sabi ko, ano ba itong pinasuka ko? Bawal na naka-shorts, di ba? And then pumasok na ako, nakita ko yung logo ng Shangri-La. So sabi ko, ay, Shang pala to. Di ba? So talagang nahihirapan akong labanan. Nahihirapan talaga akong labanan, di ba? And then when I went in, may pagkasosyal ng elevator. Agree ba kayo? I mean, you can say na madali lang yan, Camille. You just buy expensive tiles, you just buy expensive lighting. Yun na nga madali nga siya That's why it's in the details You know, I'll give you an investing tip. So I'm already investing in the stock market since 18 years old. Estudyante pa lang ako. And I'll give you a tip when it comes to money. In financial literacy, if you want to save up a lot of money, you don't need to be a genius. You don't need to be intelligent. You don't need to be an expert. So, paano? Paano ko mag-i-invest na panalo yung returns? All you need is to be reasonable. Can you say that with me? Reasonable. Kasi maraming bagay will make it look intelligent decision, but it's not a common sense decision. Have you heard of the saying, common sense is not common anymore? Agree ba kayo? And hindi to lahat kasi baka magalit si Maris, maraming matatalinong mga tao dito. 'Di ba? The last time we had a meeting sa team namin, we were asked to share our background. And I think of all the mentors, 26 or 28 out of the 30 mentors were cum laudes. Imagine yung team namin. Parang ano ba to? Ba't puro cum laude? Parang hindi naman ako dapat nandito, di ba? Pero you know, you will hear comments na there are intelligent people who cannot find their way out of a paper bag or a garbage bag. Di ba naririnig nyo ba yon? Super matalino pero parang hindi street smart. Di ba? Hindi tayo ganon. But there are people like that. Do you agree? So in financial literacy, it's not really intelligence It's reasonability. It's common sense. So when everyone is selling and the market is crashing, di ba right now it's recession. What's an intelligent decision? Of course, you can track the moving average and maybe you will sell because you feel fear, you feel fear of missing out, you feel scared for your investments. That's intelligent, but is that reasonable? Does it make common sense? Of course not, because why would you buy something high and sell low? That's not reasonable. But how come the intelligent doctors, intelligent engineers, intelligent accountants make big financial mistakes? Because people try to be rational and logical and intelligent when at the minimum, life is only asking us to be reasonable. Game ba kayo? So in my mind, I can ask for all the papers But I want to be reasonable. I look around and grabe yung elevator, pwede ako tumira doon. Sino nakarelate, di ba? So hanapin nyo yan, di ba? Kasi pwede mo sabihin, mura lang naman magpa-interior. Yun na nga mura nga lang And this building, di ba, really made an effort. Pangalawa, if you lease out a space, let's say, or even a condo, you have to pay association dues. Agree ba kayo? And when I invest in the real estate, I don't get the parang top branded condos. You know why? Because I don't use the pool, I don't use the malaking lobby. Mas gusto ko nga yung lobby open air. 'Di ba bakit? Kasi gusto ko yung association dues ko reasonable. Agree. Kasi you will have to pay for all of the electricity. So imagine, I can just imagine the association dues ng building na yan. Na-imagine nyo ba? And alam nyo, never pa ako nakapunta dyan na madungis yan, ha? So talagang, yun lang, alam mo, if you come to think of it, these are small things that really give you a clue about what a company or even the leadership is all about. Then when I went to the office, eto na, sabi ko talaga, pag ako pumasok sa opisina na to, tapos punong-puno ng kajejehan, I'm out. Like in my mind, okay, maganda yung papers, maganda yung logic, maganda yung presentation, maganda yung research ko. But I was talking about being observant and reasonable. So when I went in, walang jeje. So yun talaga yung uno. Jeje nga ako, di ba? So yun yung una ko napansin. Sabi ko, bakit yung mga tao dito hindi mukhang scammer? Di ba parang, sabi ko, bakit yung mga tao dito naka-t-shirt lang naman, di ba? Naka-polo shirt. Pero mukhang mabuting tao. You know, you have that hunch, you have that feels There is a certain energy in the room. Actually, if you look at a person's eyes, you would know. You would really know unless ganun ka din. So, di mo madedetect, di ba? So, but if you mean well, you will feel it. You will feel it, di ba? Yun yung sinasabi nilang gut feeling, di ba? It's part of you na binigay ni Lord na marunong ka talaga maka-feel, maka-detect. So when I look around, sabi ko, wala pang sumisigaw, ha? Iniintay ko na, mga baliwan! Di ba? Sabi ko, very formal naman. And then, nung kinausap ko yung receptionist, maayos. Sabi ko, okay. Okay, nagpunta ako doon sa pick-up ng products. Magalang. So, alam mo yun, it's so easy for one employee to have a bad day. Agree? They had a bad day. It's acceptable. Masama ang gising. At masungit siya doon, or basto siya, or jeje siya. But unfortunately, on that day and every day since, I haven't been to the office with that culture. Agree ba kayo? Agree ba kayo? So ako in my mind, and this is one, kumbaga, this is not a financial advice, diba? Disclaimer, so make your own research. But in my own experience, that's how I pick a good company or an investment. Kasi, yun nga na in these little things, kung hindi to maayos, how can I be sure? Diba, with my investment, especially if you invest in the PSE, in the NYSE, in mutual funds, in bonds, in a real estate company. Game ba kayo? So yan, alam nyo ba, umaabot pa ako sa, in the stock market, titignan ko yung income statement, di ba? Financial statement. Titignan ko yung company. Titignan ko yung board. Di ba? Alam nyo na yan, yung board, yung may-ari. Di ba? Hahanapin mo pa yung lifestyle. Agree ba kayo? Baka kampun yung may-ari, di ba? So titignan ko pa, naku, baka ano to, baka terrorist group to, maamla ako. Di ba? Titignan mo pa kung legal, di ba? So ako yun yung mindset ko na the values of the founder and the leader makes all the difference in an investment. Game ba kayo? Kasi even if profitable yung investment ko sa NYSE, profitable yung product, maganda yung palakad, maganda yung bottom line, meaning may profit, hindi magastos yung company. At the end of the day, one wrong leadership decision, pwedeng matalo yung pera ko. And unlike a business, when you go investing, hindi mo hawak. Agree ba kayo? Kaya nga when people tell me na, mahirap mag-business kasi tatrabahuhin, I would rather lagak my money and do nothing. Actually, mas mahirap yun. Because the moment you give it, ininvest mo na siya, hindi mo na siya hawak. All you can do is pray. All you can do is pray that your research is right. Do you agree? Do you agree? So, para pagpili lang yan ng boyfriend, di ba? Malinis ang kuko, magalang, 'di ba, mabait, pero you can see it in the small things. Agree ba kayo? If they pick up a call from their mom, you will see it in the small things And ako, in my head, kahit maganda yung simula, what really matters is the integrity. Okay, game ba kayo? Malinis ang ko. So kung first time mo here, welcome to Usana. Welcome! O, diba? Sa ating 800 people in the call. So you made the right decision. You made the best decision of your life. Bakit? Kasi trying something new in this time of pandemic, in this day and age na may recession, is absolutely the best thing you can do. Bakit? Sabi nila right now, not taking any risk is the biggest risk of all. Agree ba kayo? And kung nandito kayo, started your business, palakpakan mo yung sarili mo. Woohoo! Woohoo! Bakit? Vanessa, hello? Because it's not every day that people start their own business. Ang daming tao sa labas natatakot pa rin, and that's okay. Ang daming tao sa labas, they are still stuck with their comfort zone. Agree? And some of us, maybe it took us a while bago tayo nag-decide, di ba? But what's important is that you made that first step. Agree? It may be a small step, but a small step in the right direction makes all the difference. So, congratulations! Woo-hoo-hoo! Kailangan feelin mo yan. Alam mo, big win yan. Big win yan. You wouldn't be here in this webinar if you didn't make that decision, di ba? So, very important yan. And kung nandito ka ngayon, imagine na, it's not every day that people start their own business. Di ba, maybe in your lifetime, you will start a business once, ever, or twice, di ba? So if you are here, di ba, it's not every day that people start their own business, but you did, di ba? It's not every day people wake up, tara, makagawa ng something na quote-unquote risky and out of my comfort zone. It's not every day that people do that. So kung nandito ka ngayon, ginawa mo yon, isa kang alamat! Okay? Isa kang sakalam, mga Lodi Cakes, di ba? Isa kang idol, congratulations, di ba? Isa ka sa mga matatapang, matatalino, reasonable, may common sense, at marunong makaspot ng opportunity when you see one, di ba? So I'm sure marami kayo na pick up, hindi lang for Usana, but even with how you handle your money. Bigyan kayo ng isang tip when it comes to financial literacy before we start. Okay? Marami ba kayo na pick up? Diba? Kasi syempre kailangan ingatan yung mga pera niyo, mga pinaghirapan niyo yan. Diba? Okay. So, isa pang tip, anong tawag dito? Na-mention ko kanina, diba? Sina-search ko pa yon. And even if maganda yung dividends, diba? Alam niyo yan sa investing. Saan ka mag-i-invest? Yung mababa interest o mataas interest? Siyempre sa mataas. Di rin lagi. Alam mo bakit? Kasi pwede naman yung, pwedeng gawa ng paraan yung mataas na interest Nagigets nyo ba? Pwedeng yung company, hindi siya nagbabayad ng utang niya, kaya mataas yung interest mo. Maraming way. Diba? So, hindi laging paper or numbers ang magde-determine if an investment is good, especially when I do my investing. Ano yung lagi kong sinusunod? I always follow yung values ng may-ari. Kasi hindi ka talaga magkakamali dun And ako, I can really say, sobrang mahal ako ni Lord. Kasi chamba ko tong Usana. Diba? Yay! Chamba ko to kasi I was 22. Hindi ko naman talaga to alam mo, hananap ko talaga yung may-ari, ganyan. Talagang tiwala lang. Tiwala sa nag-invite sa akin. Kasi sabi nga nila, di ba, this doesn't apply all the time, di ba? Or not all the time, but at a certain extent, they say, it doesn't matter where you're going if you know who you are following. Di ba? So, even if you know saan ka pupunta, pero hindi mo kilala hindi mo kilala who you are following, then ano yung chances na makapunta ka talaga doon? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Marami ba kayo nalalearn, di ba? And ako, napakaswerte ko yan. Alam nyo, after a year, 2 years in the business, sobrang naiyak ako sa pagka-grateful that God led me to my mentors. Di ba, imagine, I could have been to a kampon mentor or leader, di ba? Kasi I don't know. I wouldn't know otherwise. I was 22. I don't know what I was doing, di ba? Pero mabait talaga si Lord. Mahal ka niya, di ba? Lalo na kung maganda yung goals mo, maganda yung intention mo, di ba? I was very grateful na nadala ako kay Richard Tan, di ba? Kay Mentor Caleb. Kasi itong mga to, even if they teach me something wrong, I wouldn't really know. So ako, when people ask me, Camille, maganda ba mag-invest dito? And early, yung mga ganyan, ako lagi ko sinasabi, maganda ako nagpakilala na yung tao. Okay, maganda kung kilala mo yung may-ari, nagpakilala na ba yan? Yung kumbaga namamahala, nagpakilala na ba yan? Yun yung very important kasi katulad sa employment, you can hear this all the time. Mabait yung boss mo. Game ba kayo? Naririnig nyo? Nakaka-encounter ba kayo ng mababait na boss? Nakaka-encounter ba kayo ng mababait na boss? Yes. Okay. Okay, sabi sa akin nung bago ako sa work, sabi ko, ang bait ng boss ko. Okay, wala akong specific na boss. Baka nandito yung mga boss ko, hindi na to kilala. Hindi, basta secret. Okay? Collective experience. Okay? Sabi ko, ang bait ng boss ko. Alam mo, sabi niya, nung kausap ko, subukan mong magkamali. Okay? Subukan mong magkamali. Sino nakaka-relate? Sabi ko, favorite niya kaya ako. Top performer kaya ako. Sabi niya, OMG, subukan mo magkamali, Camille. Subukan mo at malalaman mo talaga. Diba yan yung tinatawag kong nagpakilala. No one is perfect. No system is perfect. No person is perfect. No company is perfect. But over that imperfection, is that still the kumbaga the person you're willing to spend the rest of your life with? Yay! Parang love life, di ba? So ako yan yung mindset ko na leaders are not perfect, they make mistakes and we apologize. Pero beyond that, kumbaga kilala mo na. Di ba kilala mo na? So ako yun lagi ako tinatanong, nag-invest ako sa Del Monte last year, ang dami kong binodega niyan. Kasi in my mind, COVID industries will really thrive. And bakit malakas ang Del Monte? It's not a financial advice kung na kayong bumili, okay? Bakit malakas yung Del Monte? Kasi people are trying to be healthy. Kahit na canned fruit, okay? Kahit na may sugar na, ano ba yung mga drinks na, sugar na mga fruit juice. Diba? Kasi people are more geared to being healthy. Can we relate as Usana distributors? Agree? So, when I was buying that, madami nagbabash sa akin, maraming galit, tulog yung stock na yan, like 4 na taon. Madaming nagbabash, okay? Pero firm ako because some of the executives of Del Monte are Usana distributors. They are not executives anymore. Nag-retire na sila, but I know them as good people. It's not insider trading. It's knowing who you're putting your money into. Game ba kayo? It's something no reports can give you. Pangalawa, chinay ko talaga if mapagkakatiwalaan because walang kwenta yung malaking returns if you cannot trust na mangyayari yun. Game ba kayo? Bakit ako nag-finlit, mga sis? Kasi tuwing malapit na ang elections, and turo nyo to sa guest nyo, tuwing malapit na ang elections, maraming scam. Every election na lang. Hindi natin alam how it is related to the elections. Pero dyan dumadating yung mga fly-by-night companies and it breaks my heart na 20 times nang nauulit ito pero Filipinos are still investing. Bakit? Because we don't know. Hindi natin alam. It's not always greed. Sometimes you just don't know. So ngayon, dahil alam mo na, hindi gamble ang life. You can get good returns with a firm that has integrity. Kumbaga, game ba kayo?
Recording in progress.
How to mitigate risk? Gusto niyo ba malaman? Kasi di ba, have you heard of the saying, the higher the risk, the higher the gain? Naririnig niyo ba yon? Type mo nga dito kung buhay ka pa dyan. Baka nalunod ka na sa puro finlit dito. Kailangan mo yan, magiging entrepreneur ka, di ba? Okay. Di ba naririnig nyo na yan? The higher the risk. Ayan, nagets ko na. The higher the reward. Ako, it's my personal opinion. I believe otherwise. I don't believe that. Bakit? Because risk has nothing to do with returns. Risk has everything to do with you not knowing what you're doing. Even if you have the best opportunity and you don't know it, that's risky. Because you don't know it. Nagigets mo ba? So, something is risky if you don't know what you're doing, if you did not study it, if you did not make an educated decision. If something is quote-unquote risky, pero sobrang pinag-aralan mo, then I cannot call that risky anymore. Bakit? Because my research, my sweat equity, my puyat, my 1 year of research and study really offset na yung risk. So hindi totoo yan, hindi totoo yan. Maraming bagay na maganda ang returns na low risk. Because life, and especially your money, is not a casino. Hindi siya dapat ginagamble. Diba? And yun lang na investment, ayun nga, mga experience ko. And ito, I've started, kumbaga, businesses before Usana. Alam nyo ba, kahit gumawa ka ng contract na 20 pages, kung yung partner mo gusto kang lokohin, mawawalan ka pa rin ng pera. Okay? Sino nakaka-relate? Woo, 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 woo! So I've lived in condos. Not one, not twice, not thrice, wherein the owner did not return my security deposit. Imagine, that's illegal. We have all the contracts for that. Pero hindi siya mapagkakatiwalaan, period. Diba? I've lived in condos na walang contract, chika lang, that's wrong, huwag niyo gawin yon. And the owner returned my deposit. So what am I saying? No amount of written, kumbaga kasulatan, can defeat a person na walang integrity. Diba? What I'm not saying wag ka mag-contract. All I'm saying is, number one way to be wealthy in life is to work with the right people. Period. No amount of, kumbaga, study, logic, genius, matalino ka can defeat. Hindi ka masyadong magaling but you're working with honest people. Agree ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Sa mga nagne-negosyo, I'm sure you can relate. Kahit gaano ka higpit, mag-CCTV ka, lagyan mo ng susi ang kahera mo. Pag gusto niyan magnakaw, magnanakaw yan. Pero kung yung kahera na yan, trusted mo, kahit hindi masyadong magaling, yayaman yung company. Because really, we work on ethics, di ba? So yan, very important yan. Anong tawag dito? If you want to succeed in any industry, the secret is working with people. Period. So kung nandito ka ngayon, you have difficulty working with people, ako yon. Share ko sa'yo later. Ako yon. I have difficulty working with people. I would rather work alone. Kaya nga yung mga gustong maging entrepreneur, hindi talaga nagiging entrepreneur eh. Nagiging self-employed. Kasi we cannot stand our jobs. Diba? So we will start our own thing. But then again, we cannot stand working with our business partners then. So we build our own thing. Diba? Pero hindi po yan possible. Let me tell you straight up, in the world of employment and even business, you can never win without people. And na-mention ko, you cannot just not win without people. You cannot win without good people. So kung nandito ka ngayon, you are in the best company. We are, kumbaga, we are in the, sorry. Ayan, we are in a company na, kumbaga, grateful ako. Yun lang talaga. I mean, me and my mentors, we've been through the worst. Kumbaga, we've been through our imperfections, lalo mga bata kami. And I'm happy na makilala ko sila nung nagpakilala na sila, di ba? And ganun din, this company, more than 30 years, marami rin nangyari, di ba? Nothing is perfect, pero kilala na eh. Kilala na natin. You know, again, it's not really the returns that makes you money, it's the people who's running it. It's really the people because they are the people who call the shots. And those shots affect you and me. Do you agree? Kaya sa darating na halalan, charot! Biro lang. Okay, biro lang. Relate, diba? Relate. So yun lang, na kung if you, kailangan kilala mo yan. So when I invested in Del Monte, that's what I did. Last year, I invested heavily on DMC. Lahat ng commissions ko halos. Pansit Canton na lang kinakain ko. Diba? Wag nyo, hindi to invested advice. Baka pangit. Baka huwag nyo gawin. I think mahal na siya. But I invested in that company nung matatanggal na siya sa PSEI. I invested in that company nung wala nang nagko-coal. Lahat tayo renewable. And syempre may coal ang DMC. I invested in that company nung bagsak ang property sector. Bagsak na siya even pandemic, yung stock price niya. So I was the most stupid person in the room. But I may be wrong, I may be right, but I like the owner. That's yun lang. I mean, nakikita ko siya sa BGC, pina-follow ko siya sa IG. Charot, yun pala ang masukatan. Biro lang. Pero you know, yun lang yung basis ko na if I think these are good people, they wouldn't sacrifice the investors just to hit the numbers. And I think there was a time, negative na, lugin-lugin na sila, they chose to pay out a dividend. And ako, I really appreciate that. Diba? Sa Villar Company, di kami binigyan ng dividend. Style din niya yon kasi matipid siya. It helps the company's longevity. So, sinishare ko lang sa inyo na napaka-important na kilala mo. Pero pag kilala mo, kumapit ka na. Yan yung sinasabi ko palagi. Kasi pag kilala mo, kumapit ka na. Sa trad business, ilang percent lang nagsasucceed? Less than 1%. Mga sis, 5 out of 100 trad business survive the first year. 1 out of the 5 survive after 5 years. And come to think of it, before pandemic, sino ang new player na kilala mo when it comes to beverage industry? It has always been Coca-Cola, Pepsi, the mineral waters. Okay? Meron ka bang nakitang bagong player sa beverage industry? That is such a big industry. Everyone is drinking. Diba? May new player? Wala. In 20 years, diba? Wala. Isa lang. Si Gokong Wei, C2, Green Tea, Sayaw Pa More, si Gary V. Yan lang ang new player na naka-break in. Marami pa nag-try. Okay, ngayon mogu-mogu yata. But imagine how many companies tried to fight the giants. Diba? So, yan ang mga statistics. So, kung nandito ka sa Usana, nakita mo na yung 1 out of 100. Yay! Diba? Nakita mo na what works. Kilala mo na yung nagpapalakad. Huwag ka na mag-risk na mag-99. Okay? O, yun lang. Okay, very, very happy ako. So, welcome everyone. And chat mo dito kung marami ka na-learn. And yun lang, be very observant. Yun lang lagi kong chine-check. Bakit ito mukhang matalino? Ito mukhang social. Ito mukhang pinag-aralan naman niya yung ginagawa niya. Because logic, hindi talaga tayo logical. Your logic is backed by your emotions still. We want to be reasonable, di ba? So ito, share ko lang very, very, very quickly, okay? Okay, so this is me when I started, di ba? I started at 22 years old, okay? Woohoo! Di ba? And tignan nyo yung pagmumukhang yan. Okay, mukha bang yayaman yan? Okay, mukha ba magda-diamond yan? Tignan nyo yung pagmumukhang yan. Mukha bang may 50 million? Diyos ko. Diyos ko. Diba? O, saan ako kumakain? Sinangag Express Pa More. Diba? So, Sinangag Express, mahal na sila ngayon dahil nag-inflation na, kaya kailangan masipag ka, my friend. Okay? So, anong tawag dito? Okay, ayan. So, tingnan niyo yung mukhang yan. Pag yan ang guess mo, mukha bang may hit mo PPS mo? Baka sabihin mo, Diyos ko, ito na yung last guess ko. May mangyayari pa sa atin. Okay. Okay, so wala sa hinagap. Okay, nakaharang pala. Sorry. Okay, wala sa hinagap. You will never, ever, ever, ever imagine na yung tao na yan magda-diamond in this industry. Do you agree? Diba? And why am I showing you this picture? Kasi that's one thing I love about our industry and our company. Kasi this is an equal opportunity industry. So sorry na lang sa mga maris. Di ba? Mga magaganda. Okay, equal tayo dito. Di ba? Equal tayo ng mga maiitim na punong-puno ng tigyawat, halatang walang nutrisyon. May nakaharang pa rin. Okay. Alam niyo itong computer ko, hindi ko kasi sinashutdown ito. Pwede na yan. Pagtsagaan na natin yan. Okay? So, ayan siya. And I used to be part of a band. So, why am I showing you this? If a person na ganito ang pagmumuka, wala sa hinagap, you never imagined na pwedeng magtagumpay. Ibig sabihin, mas magtatagumpay ka pa, my friend. Woohoo! Do you agree? Do you agree? Diba? Nako, titigan mo yung face na yan, yung face value na yan. Naghahang siya. Pero sige lang, titigan mo yung face value na yan at kung yan ay nagtagumpay, mas kaya mo. Nahihiya nga ako sa mga bagong start ngayon. Mga naka-lipstick, maayos sa mga muka. Mukhang nagre-represent talaga ng health company, di ba? So congratulations, tignan mo yung katabi mo. Tignan mo yung katabi mo sa grid view ng Zoom. Magda-diamond ka, my friend. Magda-diamond ka. Tignan mo yung mukhang yan. O kunwari ikaw yung mentor, mamimili ka ng i-mentor mo. Tignan mo yung mukhang yan. Mapipili mo ba yan? Nako, Diyos ko, Sus Mariosep. Baka sabihin mo, nako, manood ka muna ng video. Okay? So yan, I used to be part of a band and wala akong background sa leadership. I never had a job. Okay, when I started, 1 month pa lang ako sa job ko. I never had nutrition background, never had sales experience, never had leadership experience. Kung nandito ka ngayon, nakapag-work ka in the past, mas magtatagumpay ka pa. Kung nandito ka ngayon, you had management experience in the past, mas magaling ka pang leader. Kung nandito ka ngayon, nasa medical background ka, my goodness, ang tawag ko sa Prof. Flavanol, nung bago ako Prof. Flavanol, hindi ko naiintindihan yan. Di ba? Mas malaki pa yung chances mo of making it. Di ba? And ito siya. Ayan, so I started my business 22 years old. I took up electronics and communications engineering from De La Salle University, Manila. I was an engineering professor for DLSU. Animo Lasal, Maris, and si Doc Edu. Doc Edu was our prof. Woohoo! And alam nyo ba, sa mga engineer in the house, okay, anong pinakamahirap na engineering subject? Sige nga, i-type mo dito. Anong pinakamahirap na engineering subject? Differential equation? Calculus? Trigonometry? Higher math? Okay, mga bulimic? Okay, ano? Tama ka, friend! English! Woohoo! Yan ang pinakamahirap na subject. So, prof namin si Doc Edu sa Engineering Communications, di ba? English, sa English. Yan po, ang score ko dyan ay pasang-awa. 2 points na lang, bagsak na ako. Muntik na masira ang future ko. Joke lang. Di ba? So, grabe, tandang-tanda ko, kilabot talaga yan. Yung Engelcom, di ba? Pag yan yung subject, talagang kinakabahan kami pag recitation. So talagang for Doc Edu to be here, di ba? Cum laude, PhD, international researcher. My goodness, di ba? You don't need to be the most intelligent person in the room. You just need to be observant, my friend, di ba? So I was an engineering professor. I was also a reviewer for the engineering board examination. So we just concluded our ECE board examinations. Congratulations to the new engineers. Di ba? Congratulations. Mahal na mahal ko yung trabaho na yan. Bakit? Because dito nagbago yung mindset ko in my review center work. Bakit? At 21 years old, I learned that I can make 6 digits. At 21 years old, nalaman ko, because of this job, na kaya ko palang kumita ng 6 digits. Imagine, per student yung bayad sa amin, 100 students per class, we have 18 sections, we have more than 1 location. So, imagine kung 21 ka, palong-palo. But that is when I also realized na it's not about how much you make. It's about how much time you spent making that income. Bakit? Kasi at 21, na-learn ko na kaya pala kung kaya. Kaya palang kumita ng 6 digits. Ang tanong lang, paano mo kinita? Paano mo ginawa yung 6 digits? 8 a.m. in the morning, nagtuturo na ako ng calculus until 10 p.m. at night. May pasok kami ng Saturday, Sunday. Nagla-lunch kami, binibilan na lang kami ng mga ate doon. Hindi na kami lumalabas. Kumakain kami ng lunch sa faculty room. Bakit? Kasi ang Camille rakitera, tanggap ng class. Okay? Ang Camille tanggap ng klase kasi sayang yon, 'di ba? So natutulog kami sa faculty room hindi dahil masama yung company but because we took all those slots. We want to earn, 'di ba? So na-learn ko kaya pala eh. Basta masipag ka lang. Pero ang tanong ko, Sus Mariosep, alam niyo ba may muscle na yung braso ko? Kakahawak ng mikropono. Kasi mula 8 a.m. nagsosolve ako ng math problems hanggang 10 p.m. Sinong may gusto nun? Woo-hoo-hoo! Diyos mio! Di ba marami pa ako estudyante, mga top ng UP. Di ba after the class, may tumatawag, wag po kayong tumawag. Di ba? After the class, di ba? Anong tawag dito? Lalapit pa sila, magtatanong. Di ba after the class, lalapit sila, magtatanong, magpapakonsult. Magmamat pa ako ulit, di ba? So, I love my job. Talagang mahirap lang. Okay, and at that time, hindi ko rin nakikita yung boyfriend ko. Agree? So, pag 22 years old ka, ano ba yung pinaka-important na bagay para sa'yo? Siyempre, love life. Di ba? Tigilan niyo yan. Masama yan. Wait, bakit tumawa si Aryan? Wag, masama yan. Tigilan mo. Masisira ang buhay mo. Okay? So, at 21 years old, Yun yung mga na-learn ko na kailangan ba ganun? Nakatayo ako from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I will make 6 digits. So, dun talaga na-open yung mind ko na kaya mong kumita ng malaki. Basta masipag ka lang. So, kung nandito ka ngayon, kung sa employment nga kailangan masipag ka. Paano pa sa negosyo? So, itaas mo ang kanang kamay mo. Okay, repeat after me. Nakikita kita. Ayan, yes, you. I can see you. O, para lang tayong Dora the Explorer dito, di ba? Diego and the ladder. Joke lang. Di ba? I can see you. Taas mo ang kanang kamay mo. Manumpa ka, di ba? I promise na magiging masipag ako in my own business. Okay, amen, 'di ba? So kailangan masipag. Hindi lang 'yan sa negosyo, kahit sa employment kailangan masipag, 'di ba? And then in my head, kung kaya pala kaya. But then doon ako na-open sa concept ng leveraged income, ng residual income. There are two types of income, active income, and the second is passive residual income. If it's your first time hearing this tonight, if wala kang ma-take away tonight except this, you're good. You're good. It's important. Ano yung difference? For all our lives, since bata tayo, baby tayo, fetus tayo, lahat ng tao sa paligid natin are expecting us to do active income. No wonder when they ask you to pick a course when you were 14 years old, imagine you were 14 years old and they were asking you what you want to do for the rest of your life. Isn't that funny? Diba? At an age wherein you are not even legally allowed to drink alcohol. At 15, 16 years old, they are asking you what you want to do for the rest of your life. Diba? So at that time, wala naman nagturo sa atin ng leverage income. So I said, I want to be, nung bata ako, astronaut. Ngayon, I said, I want to be an animator, 'di ba? So hindi ko naman alam So sabi ng parents ko, mayaman lang ang nag-aaral niyan. Gusto ko mag-game development, sabi niya, anak, mayaman lang ang nagbe-build. Okay, ano tawag dito, mag-engineering ka kasi hindi tayo mayaman, wag ka mag-feeling. Sabi niya si Serena Dalrymple lang yung nag-aaral doon. Okay, kilala niyo ba 'yon? Oh, batch kita. Okay, ka-batch kita, 'di ba? So anong tawag dito? And that is why it's never wrong to try new opportunities such as Usana right now, kahit na hindi mo siya quote-unquote linya. Because wala naman talagang linya. Because hindi naman nila sinabi na pag pinili ko yung active income, kakunin yung mata ko, yung buong katawan ko, yung kidney ko, yung buong pagkatao ko, yung espiritu ko, yung utak ko, yung kaluluwa ko, 8 hours a day, 9 hours a day for the rest of my life. So again, that's okay if that's what you want to do. Pero sa akin, hindi ko siya gusto. So at that time, I was open to the concept of leverage income. Hindi na question sa akin kung kayang kumita. Kaya kung nandito ka sa call na to, someone will tell you, pwede ka kumita ng malaki. Friend, kahit saan pwedeng kumita ng malaki. Just because pwedeng kumita ng malaki doesn't make an opportunity lucrative. Hindi yun ang basehan. Pwede ka nga mag-hold up kikita ka din ng malaki. Diba, hindi siya legit check, yung point na may kumikita. Hindi yun yung proof, kumbaga. So at that time, sabi ko, kaya kong kumita ng 6 digits, pero ganito ba talaga yun? Diba, ganito ba talaga yun? Buong araw ako nag-work, masakit na yung braso ko, masakit yung buong katawan ko, nakatayo ako. Kung nag-work ka ngayon sa computer, mahapdi na yung mata mo. Agree? Agree? Ako na nag-work ako, laging nagda-dry eyes yung mata ko. Alam mo, dahil ko iniisip, grabe, magkano yung mata ko? 2 million ba magbenta ng mata? Illegal yata yun. Pero grabe, nagda-dry eyes ako, mga mabulag ako dito. Diba? So yun yung mindset ko. Pero again, kahit ganun na yung mindset ko, I still went on with active income. Bakit? Kasi hindi ko alam Hindi ko alam saan merong leverage income na hindi ako mag-shell out ng milyon-milyon. Pangalawa, hindi ko alam saan may leverage income na may magtuturo sa akin. Kasi again, it's not about the returns, it's about the people you're surrounded with. Because you don't make money with business or returns or money, or you don't make money with money. You make money working with the right people. Para ka nakahit ng jackpot niyan, my friend. So after that, I work in an IT company. I took a management role. So hindi ako IT. So I was paid 12,000 a month. Oh my goodness! Grabe! Di ba? Grabe, ang tuition namin sa Lasal na 78,000 every 3 months, di ba? Ang sahod ko ay 12,000 a month, board passer, di ba? Bakit, my friend? Bakit? Kasi hindi ako kumuha ng job na related sa course ko. I took a management job. Bakit? I told myself I want to learn how to do business. Gusto ko mag-learn ng business. Sa mga engineer in the house, do you agree? Wala tayong business subjects. Agree? Wala tayong business courses. Wala tayong exposure. Actually, as engineers, huwag kayong magagalit. This is from a study made by Francis Kong's group. According to them, the worst communicators and the worst team players are engineers. Yay! Bakit? Hindi kami masama. Because we have, yun nga, konti lang yung subject namin na kailangan ng teamwork. Ako, graduate ako nang hindi ako mabait. Di ba, graduate ako nang I don't work with people. Actually, in my belief system, people are buisit. People slow you down. People are hassle. Hassle kaayo, di ba? So, pwede ka nga mag-thesis na mag-isa sa ibang school. In our school, dapat 3 kayo. So kulang na lang, bayaran mo yung 2 mong ka-team. Huwag lang silang sumali. May mga tiga-UP na nag-yes dito. Okay? So, hindi tayo magaling dyan, working with people. Diba? So, kaya kong mag-top sa class ko, just shading the right box. Agree? Pwede ka ako kaya kong mag-top ng board exam, just shading the right box and not talking to anyone. So, that was my background. I had a teammate in my team. He was my classmate for 4 years. Imagine, his name is JV Ramirez. We never talk in that 4 years. Imagine, classmate ko siya sa 4 years. After a while, nakita ko siya sa Usana. Sabi ko, hey! It's you! Sabi, hello! Sabi ko, buti nila, dito ka pa rin sa team ko na padpad. Diba? So, ganun kami ka-introvert. Like, nag-uusap kami, mga pabukas ng aircon, mga ganun lang, paabot ng test paper. So kung nandito ka ngayon, you're extremely introverted, hindi ka galing sa arts na courses, hindi ka galing sa business courses, hindi ka galing sa creative courses, HRM. Mga friends, tayo ang pinaka-disadvantage na tao sa Usana. Kasi hindi tayo marunong. But don't worry, we learned resilience in engineering. Do you agree? We learned adversity in engineering. Maggamit pa rin natin yan, di ba? Kaya natin to. Sa mga programmer in the house, bakit ka nag-programmer? Kasi gusto mo kausap lang yung computer, hindi yan lumalaban. Nagsha-shutdown lang. Okay, nagka-crash lang. Pero hindi yan lumalaban. So yan siya, I work in an IT company. I wanted to learn business, so sinikmura ko ang pay cut. They told me, Camille, we're not hiring ECEs, we're getting business grads. Diba? We're getting graduate programs, we're getting MBAs. We don't need an engineer with 0 communication skills, hindi makapag-English. Diba? Sabi ko, I want to learn business. Ano bang gagawin sa job na yan? There will be negotiations, there will be contract drafting. Ikaw bilang chimay ka namin, you will be writing minutes of the meeting, pabibilang ka namin ng kape. In my head, I don't care if I'm the assistant of the assistant. I just want to be in that meeting. I just want to know how it works, diba? And why am I sharing you this? Because when you start something, of course kikita ka. Of course may income sa Usana. But let us align our expectation. When you start something, you start it to learn. Can you type here learn? You don't start it to be rich. Okay ba tayo dyan? Kasi that's how you get scammed. That's how you get scammed. Diba? That's how you work with the wrong people. Because you don't start to learn. You start to be rich. Di ba sinabi ko nga, yung being rich is a risk management. And how do you manage risk? If you know what you're doing. So, ang goal natin lagi when we start something is to study it. Because I believe in my heart, ang bagay na master mo, aral na aral mo, imposible kang hindi kumita. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Kasi kung nandito ka ngayon, you will be tempted by the devil to do shortcuts just to get your goal of earning. But come to think of it, do you really want to just earn? Sabi ko nga kanina, pwede kang hold up earnings yun, di ba? Huwag mong gawin masama yun. Pero pwede kang scam. Earnings naman yun eh. It's not earnings that you want. What you want is freedom. Can you type it? Freedom. Ano yung freedom? It's not being rich, it's being wealthy. And let me tell it to you straight, wealth is built in decades. You cannot be wealthy in 6 months. You cannot be wealthy in 3 months. Walang ganon, my friend. But, if you start learning today, that will come sooner or later. Everything is risky pag hindi mo alam. Kaya nga, your goal is to study the business. Aralin mo siya ng aralin, top, bottom, and side. No one can tell you otherwise because you studied it in your own volition. Game ba kayo? So yan, sinikmura ko yung 12,000. I did not enter project management to be rich. I wanted to be rich, of course. I wanted to learn business. But I started my job in Accenture at 12,000 a month because I want to learn. Because I know if I learn, I will be rich. Set our expectations. Agree? After that, I work in a bank. Diba? Sino nag-work sa mga bangko dito? Taas ang kamay. Woo, woo, woo! Palumpalo! Diba? Palumpalo! Ang laki ng mga bigayan. Diba? Ang laki ng mga bigayan. So, love na love ko yung work ko dyan. Pero ganun pa din. Malaki yung sweldo. Diba? Ang laki ng sweldo. Sabi nga nila a high-paying income in a rat race is still a rat race. Diba? Malaking sweldo ko, rat race pa din. Wala naman siya sa sweldo, diba? So again, kung example lang kung kapitan ka ng barko right now, you will be making millions. Agree? Millions ang sahod, but the question is not the earnings. The question is, how much time did you have to give to make that income? Yun yung question So as a captain of a barko, hindi lang 8 hours ang hinihingi sa'yo. Do you agree? Hindi lang 10 hours. It's your whole day. Kasi malayo ka sa family mo. It's your whole 2 years. It's your whole 3 years. Hindi ka nakaka-uwi. Kaya naman, you are really paid 1 million pesos. It's not really about the end income. I want you to think of it. It's about the lifestyle you build with that income. So in my mind, I don't want to be the richest man on earth without doing the things that I want to do. Okay, ngayon, baka sabihin nyo, masama ba mag-work? Hindi masama mag-work, my friends, di ba? Kailangan mo mag-work. Ano ka ba? Di ba? So ako, I believe we all start in somewhere. And ako, I started with employment. For starters, it's really good. You learn discipline, you learn hard work, you learn how to manage your money. And really, I learned how to run my Usana business, observing how the companies are being run nung employed pa ako. So marami ka malalearn. Even the best leaders I've met them in employment. I had the best mentors when I was employed. They were my model. When I built my Usana business that requires heavy leadership at 22 years old. So kailangan pa rin yan. But all I'm saying is that is not your end game. Game ba kayo dyan? That's not your end game. Type mo dito. This is not my end game. Diba? It's just for starters. Do you agree? Ang trabaho ng flight attendant, pangarap ng lahat? Ang trabaho ng flight attendant, pangarap ng lahat. Maganda ka, nakaayos ka, you get to travel for free. But how many flight attendants have you seen na the moment they get married and have kids, they let go of that dream? Diba? They have a new dream. Homeschooling their kids, diba? Being with their kids 24/7, diba? That will cost them money. Agree? Mababawasan yung riches nila. Mababawasan yung pera nila. But that's the thing It's not really the riches as I've mentioned. So, masama ba mag-flight attendant? No. Especially you're single. Oh my goodness. Kunin mo na lahat ng mga pasahod, friend. Okay? Magpundar ka na, friend. Diba? But as you age, as your priorities change, as you realize that your time on earth is limited, that's why no one on earth should have the ability to pay you based on your time. Imagine if we are paid hours for dollars. For me, when I was in review center, it doesn't make sense to me. Na meron siyang cognitive dissonance. It doesn't make sense to me. You know why? Because I know my time on earth is limited. Pwedeng tomorrow kunin ako ni Lord, kung sana. Diba? Pwedeng next year kunin ako ni Lord. Or kahit hindi ako. Pwedeng the people I love, kunin ni Lord someday. And yet, I spent my whole day, I spent 40 hours a week working in a job. And it's okay. But I cannot do that long term. Nagigets niyo ba? So if I work in a job, someone is paying me for my time and I don't think it's logically pwede Because no one can pay me based on my time. Because my time is not infinite. It's a finite value. And again, there's no money that can buy and compensate for your time on earth. We are all on earth for a limited time to do God's purpose for us. Do you agree? Di ba? Lahat tayo, do you agree? Si Miss Bell, si Bri, lahat tayo, we were created by God for His and His own purpose alone, di ba? And again, pwede mo naman yung gawin while being employed. Pwede naman, we can glorify Him kahit nasa ang work tayo. Pero, real talk lang, my friend, real talk lang. Hindi mo matodo eh. Hindi mo matodo yung calling ni God for your life when you have to render overtime. Agree? When your focus is split. Di ba? When you have to tend to your biological needs. Ano ba yung biological needs natin? Food, clothing, shelter, also known as money. Di ba? So kung lagi natin iniisip, ano yung option that would make me more money? Mahirap full time, my friend. Many people are called to be dancers. Agree? You are called to be dancers. Pero malaki ba sweldo ng dancers ngayon? O, type mo dito. Malaki ba? High paying job ba ang dancer? Yes, sa TikTok. Charot! Biro lang. Biro lang. Okay. Hindi. Depende daw kay Kuya Will. Ano ba kayo? Ano ba yan? Okay. So, hindi. Di ba? But some people are called to express themselves through dancing. But you have to be an accountant. Accountant is logical. My mom, she's a good writer. And she wanted to be a journalist. But she will have to send 7 siblings to school. So she became an accountant. And it's okay. It's okay. It's our way of giving back. But all I'm saying is, I don't want that day to come. Diba? Na makita natin si Lord, diba? Tanungin niya, Camille, what's up? Diba? Camille, my beautiful daughter, diba? Anong ginawa mo sa limited na life na pinagkaloob ko sa'yo on earth? Diba? And then sasabihin ko sa kanya, Lord, medyo busy tayo, busy. Medyo nag-OT po. Inubos mo yung time mo? Nagta-type ka sa keyboard? Yes, pero hindi po yung nagta-type lang. Medyo mahirap yun. So, kamusta naman? Have you furthered my kingdom? Have you made me known? Okay? Ano ba? Nag-glorify mo ba ako? Have you made disciples? Yun na nga, Lord, bala ko sana siya, pero pag weekend kasi nag-OT kami. Tapos pagod na I'm sure, Lord, you will understand. And of course, He will, di ba? Pero I would, kumbaga, limited I don't want to sound na parang mamamatay tayo, okay? Pero I want you to realize that, memento mori, because people live their lives every single day as if they're gonna live forever. People make decisions every single day as if they have employment forever. And we are not gonna live forever. So we need to really pick the things we want to do each day. Because it may not be our last, but it could be someone else's last. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Diba? And how we wish, no? Kung alam lang natin magkaka-pandemic, 2 years ago, nagpayaman ka na. Agree? Sino naka-agree dito? Kung alam mo magkaka-pandemic, 3 years ago, nagpayaman ka na so that this year, tumutulong tayo. Game? Pero we didn't know. So sabi ko nga, I will forgive myself for not being prepared for this pandemic, for this recession. Pero I will never forgive myself if this pandemic happens again in the future and hindi pa rin ako prepared. Umulat na tayo woke na tayo, alam na natin. So yun lang, why do I want to, kumbaga, pursue leverage income? Not really to be rich, because according to the Bible, ayaw ni Lord na mag-earn tayo ng walang ginagawa. Hindi niya gusto yon. Pero hindi naman niya din sinabi na active income. Wag lang totally passive. Okay? Ibig sabihin, may passive income ka, pero may tinatrabaho ka pa din. Work of your hands, di ba? So, yun lang na I want to pursue leverage income because I want to live the few remaining years, decades, centuries of your life doing kung ano talaga yung dapat mong ginagawa. Not thinking kung magkano yung papasahod. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Woo, 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 woo! Diba? Kasi sabi nila, money is not everything. Diba? So why spend the rest of your life making money, working for money. You don't deserve that, di ba? So yan, kailangan clear na clear sa'yo yan. Na hindi to forever. Okay naman ako, malaki yung sweldo, malaki savings ko, stable yung job ko. I don't need Usana. It's not about that. Usana is not even in that sphere. It's in a totally different playing field. Game. And anong tawag dito? Nag-aral din ako mabuti. I was a first honors dean's list. So, sino dito nag-aral ka rin mabuti? Taas ang kamay. Woo! Diba? So, anong sabi nila? Diba? Study hard. Get good grades. Narinig niya na to. So, that someday, diba? You will be employed by a big multinational corporation that will take care of you for the rest of your life. Diba? Nangyari ba yan, my friend? Ba't kayo tumatawa? Nakikita ko kayo. Okay? Ba't kayo tumatawa? Nangyari ba yan? Okay, so let me tell you, it's not the company that will make you financially free. All the company can do is give you salary. So what will give me financial freedom, Mentor Camille? What will give you financial freedom is your own financial literacy. Walang company will give you a good, good money retirement that you can live for the rest of your life. Walang ganon. Only you can do it. Kaya nga sabi ko, aralin mo yung Usana. Aralin mo. Kasi in a VUCA situation, in times na sobrang lahat pabago-bago, wala nang cases, madami na namang cases, ngayon may surge na naman sa UK, di ba? Hindi natin alam, sana wala nang variant, di ba? In a time na pabago-bago. Last year, there was a time, or early this year, there was a time, the PSEI is about to break the 7,000 mark. And people were all saying, oh, we're going back to normal. And then it crashed right after that. So really, there's no telling. So in a time na pabago-bago, your only insurance is your own skills. You're in a VUCA situation, your only, kumbaga, safety, your only protection, di ba? Is yung sarili mong pag-aaral. Diba? Kasi utak mo yan, walang makakakuha niyan. Game ba kayo? Okay? So ito yung background ko. I also shared my story in Mall of Asia Arena in front of 9,000 people. And I'm an international trainer for Singapore, Malaysia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Thailand. And ayan siya. And so for people who are thinking, nako baka makapal talaga ang mukha niyan, bibo, funny, maganda. Charot! Okay. Ito yung itsura ko. Ayan, ito yung kanong bata ako. As I mentioned earlier, I am very introverted. I used to say in my talks, antisocial, but someone told me, wag ko daw gamitin yon. Ano daw yun, dinadiagnose daw yun. Feeling ko lang, di ba? I hate people. Okay, I hate people. I don't wanna be around people. Akala mo si Catherine Bernardo. What's your GCash? Charot, biro lang. Streamer pala. Okay, shout out sa nagsabing maganda ako. Charot. Okay, so ito yung itsura ko. Lagi akong galit sa mundo. Ako yung tipong ng bata na pag may bisita sa bahay namin, tumatakbo ako sa kwarto. Like, I just hate people so much, di ba? And then, ako yung tipo ng bata na papasukin ako ng nanay, papapaluin ako sa puwet. Di ba? Kasi hindi ko man lang pinansin yung bisita. So, may term pa nga ako dati nung bata ako, may bisita na naman. Okay? So, who would have thought a person like that will do well in a people business, diba? How is that possible? Do you want to know how? Because this business, especially Usana, gives you the ability to develop yourself. We call it personal development. Game ba kayo? Woo! Diba? Sabi nila, there's no greater success in life than conquering oneself. Diba? And bakit may mga ultra-rich, may mga billionaires in dollars, sobrang yaman, pero hindi sila masaya? Diba? Yan yung mga nakahiga sila sa infinity pool nila sa Miami, umiinom ng whiskey, pero hindi masaya. Okay, why are rich, bakit merong mga rich people na ganun? Because they don't have personal growth. Hindi na sila nag-grow, hindi na nila nakakonquer yung sarili nila. Kaya kung nandito ka ngayon, minsan nahihirapan ka sa business mo, congratulations! Woo-hoo-hoo! Diba? Kasi there's nothing that makes us feel more alive than adversity. Pero syempre, we also pray to God na, Lord ko, tama na po sa adversity. Diba? So, anong tawag dito? Maraming personal development dito. If you are like me, you like learning new things, you like growing that brain, diba? They say face is an asset. They say a good body is an asset. But some people also say that a good mindset is an asset, di ba? Palaguin mo yung utak mo. There is nothing sexier than a man with ambition, di ba? And there is nothing sexier than a man with direction. So kung sabi ko nga dati, wala man akong pera, di ba, 12,000 ang sweldo ko, ang parking sa RCBC, 200 pesos per night, 240. Diyos ko, napunta lang sa parking. Di na ako nagpa-parking eh. Nagpapa-hold up na lang ako. Nag-jeep na lang ako. Kasi walang matitira eh, di ba? So I may be broke financially, pero hindi ako papayag na broke ako mindset-wise. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? There's nothing worse na broke na nga ako financially, physically, yung kinakain ko pang broke. Tapos yung paniniwala ko sa buhay ko, kadiri pa, pang broke din. Hindi pwede yun, di ba? There's nothing sexier than a person with good mindset. So how did I transform? Ako, I really believe I'm the last person with the genes, with the personality that will succeed in this industry. And my mom can also say that. My mom worked as an employee for a direct selling company before, 13 years, 12 years. And when I joined Usana, she was hell mad. Ayaw niya, sabi na tigilan mo yan, to the point na I had to transfer houses. Okay? Kasi pinapili niya ako, di ba? Hindi siya happy, di ba? And bakit ganon? Bakit ayaw niya ako mag-Usana? Because sabi na there's nothing wrong with the industry, everything is wrong with you, anak. You are the last person na magsasucceed dyan. Masungit ka, hindi ka people person. Kilala kita, naku, ano ka talaga, anong tawag dito, terror, yun ang term niya. Itong dalawang kapatid mo nga, hindi mo makasundo. Hindi ka nagsasmile, wala kang kaibigan. Bothered nga ako sa'yo nung childhood mo, anak. Diba? So, I've been here a long time. I've seen distributors. Hindi ikaw yun. Diba? So, ang sakit! Okay, woohoo! Pero tama yung mom ko. She was right. I was the wrong person for the job. But what she didn't, kumbaga, realize is that every person is capable of change. Are you capable of change? Yes, 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 yes. Diba? Tama siya, tama siya. Alam niyo ba yung first guest ko umiyak? Umiyak yung first guest ko. Kasi naman, 6 a.m. yung meeting. 6 a.m. McDonald's Valero. O diba? May pasok ako sa IT company, night shift ako, pagod na pagod ako. Late yung guest ko. Professor ako eh. Professor ako ng De La Salle. Pag late na estudyante, nilalakan ko yan. Di ba, Doc Edu? Joke lang, baka mas mabait si Doc Edu. Naglalak ako ng classroom, umiyak ka dyan. Naglalak ako, kasi strict ako eh. Na-late yung guest ko. Sabi ko, so anong klase to? Hindi tayo professional. This is a business meeting. Alam nyo, talagang that was the worst way to do it. So kung nakikinig ka ngayon, wag mong gawin. Wag mong gawin. Masisira ang buhay mo. Okay? And then after that, ano naman, iba ulit. And then na-realize ko, wala nagsasign up sa akin. Hindi ako nagtatagumpay. And then yung nauna sa akin, yung apply ko, mas bata sa akin, 20 years old. Introvert. Zero communication skills. Lagi naka-short at tsinelas. Hindi professor. Every week may sign up siya. That's impossible! I am the teacher. Di ba dapat mas magaling ako? And so, I had to humble myself. Finally, tinanong ko siya. Sabi ko, ba't lagi ka may sign up? Ako yung PPS ko malapit na, parang tagilid. Sabi niya, panoorin mo ako. And then, I saw him. He's really nice. He's really kind. He is funny and his presentation is short. Kasi yung presentation ko, akala ko introduction to engineering. Alam mo yon, yung parang 2 hours na nasa Procosa ka pa lang. So sabi niya, Camille, hindi to product training. Maawa ka sa guest mo. Sabi ko, okay, di ba? So bakit ko to kinuwento? Because people with seemingly advantage in this business, hindi rin. We are all equal in this. So kung nandito ka ngayon, you were thinking, di ka mahilig kumausap ng tao, hindi ka para dito, ayaw mo ng tao, ayaw mo ng ganitong kind of work. Congratulations, magda-diamond ka, my friend. Woo-hoo-hoo! Diba? Congratulations! Diba? So ayan siya, yan, proof na nag-part-time ako. And anong tawag dito? Okay, sige, i-close ko na to. Patayin muna natin. So far, marami ba kayong nalalearn? Okay, chat nyo lang, keep it coming. Okay, so ngayon, ay nawala, ulitin natin ha. Sige. So dami yung bonus content ha, hindi ko kinaya. Sige, so let me share my slide back. Okay. Sige lang, keep it coming. Chat nyo lang nang magising ang mga dugo ng mga nandyan sa mga kabahayan. Okay, so ito, 7 reasons why we need to get involved in Usana. Number one, it gives you the ability to control your life. Do you agree? Diba? So, the ability to control your life is an emotional itch that all human beings wants to scratch. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Diba? So, bakit yung mga nanay dito, may baby camera ka pa? Okay? Lilipad ba yung anak mo? Magja-Japan ba yan? No. Can you really change or prevent na mauntog yung anak mo just because may camera? No. But you will put a camera anyway, just in case. Because wanting to be in control is an emotional itch that every human being wants to scratch, di ba? And it's okay. Kaya kung nandito ka ngayon, napapaisip ka ng mga masasamang mga bagay, stay with Usana, stay put, because you just feel that you are not in control. And it's okay. More training will give you that control. Getting mentorship will give you that control, di ba? Everyone do things to make them feel they are in control, di ba? And kung nandito ka ngayon, na-mention ko na kanina, sino dito payag ka? After 2 months, sasabihin sa'yo ng boss mo, wala ka ng work. Game ba kayo doon? Di ba? Sino dito game ka? After 1 year, the economy will tell you, wala ka ng sweldo. Sino dito game ka? After 2 years of the US government printing trillions of dollars. The Philippine Bangko Sentral printing so many money. After 2 years, may hyperinflation. Sino dito payag ka? The GDP will tell you, wala ka nang sasahurin. Or by end of the year, next year, may pay cut ka. Sino dito game ka? Game ka doon? No, 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 no. Hell no. Hindi tayo payag. Agree? No. That's why we cannot control that. That's why we do our Usana business. So at least it gives us some form of financial control. Now, whatever happens in things we cannot control, we have a Usana income. Part-time lang naman. Extra time after work. Diba? That gives us the ability to control our small but meaningful finances. Game ba kayo? Sabi ko nga, hindi ka pumapayag na kontrolin ka ng jowa mo. Pero bakit pumapayag ka na kontrolin ka ng society kung magkano lang ang value mo? Di ba? Pag sinabi ng society, si Sir Jojit, 50,000 yan. Tapos tingin pa tayo dito, si Maria Filma, 20,000 yan. O yung si Richard, 30,000 yan. Bakit tayo pumapayag that jobs, corporations, economy tell us our value? Financially man lang. Di ba hindi? Pero wag kang magreklamo. We need a job. Di ba? Napaka-thankful nga tayo. They lift the economy. May job tayo. Nako, tuloy mo yan. Pero also be open to the idea na what if I can dictate my pay? Di ba? What if I can dictate? Kailan ako mapopromote? And I'm sure you've heard this in the presentation. But maybe hindi natin siya sobrang na-sink in. The ability to know when you are going to be promoted is such an emotional bliss that only a part-time income can give. 'Di ba? Na hindi mo alam kung kailangan mamatay ng boss mo, 'di ba? Pag tinanong, ano nangyari sa boss ni Richard? Bigla na lang hindi natagpuan yung katawan niya. 'Di ba? Kasi gusto mo ma-promote, 'di ba? So, anong tawag dito? Kaya hindi ako nag-engineering path. Kaya ako nasa management because BPO companies are opening here and there. Every corner may BPO company. Even if hindi ka pa ready maging TL ka na because opportunities are there. Sa engineering, Jesus Maria Joseph, nung mga nasa engineering, kailangan mo matay ng boss mo. 10 years na siyang manager at it will stay the same way. Okay, wag kang mangarap. Okay. Okay, so kung nandito ka, wag kayong mag-alala, walang kailangan mamatay. Pwede kang mag-earn sa income na gusto mo. It gives you the ability to control your life. No amount of talino in high school or katamaran in college justifies your salary today. Because no one can really tell your value. That's why, medyo heavy na to, that's why I made it a promise to myself that I will not be the product in the future. If you are the product, companies will buy you in wholesale and sell you in retail. And that's how it works. And that's okay. If not for my job, I wouldn't have the leadership skills. I wouldn't even have the money to start Usana, di ba? But it's for starters. As long as you are the product, you have to show up 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. But once you have a product, the product is where you get the income or the profit. And we call it sell-essentials. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Woo! 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 Sabi lang, ayoko magbenta. Oh, armor girl, like, ba yan? Kaya lang, ayoko rin naman. But I'm selling my math skills. I'm selling my sipag. Yun na yun. Okay, so yun siya. As a project manager, I have an access to the project's budget. Okay, kami yung gumagawa ng budget, binibill namin yung kliyente, binabayaran namin yung agent, binabayaran namin yung sarili namin. And I know how much the client pays the company for me. And I know how much the company pays me as their vendor employee. But I am grateful because if hindi dahil doon, we wouldn't be generating 13,000 employees in my job. So that job, kahit ganun yung pinakinggan yun, gave 13,000 people an income. All I'm saying is that it should not stop there. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Dami niyong nare-realize, no? Isipin niyo yan kasi I can teach you everything about Usana right now. But if you still believe that work or employment is the way, then no ganda of the company will really give you good results. Diba? Yun talaga, kailangan clear yan. Clear na clear na clear. Pero pwede ka mag-work. Let me share with you, my mentor, Laurencia, was a part-time Usana distributor until diamond. Ibig sabihin, may employment siya ng gold, ruby, emerald, diamond. Ituloy mo yan, my friend. Okay? Ituloy mo yan, my friend. Kaya to ng part-time. Diba? Baka naman bukas gumawa kayo ng mga padalos-dalos. Marami ba kayo nalalearn? Okay, chat nyo nga dito. Kung marami kayo nalalearn, diba? Kailangan ma-realize nyo yan. Alam nyo, no joke ha, I've heard people paid $500,000 a month in employment. Transferring jobs for 200,000 a month. You know why? You know why? They don't want to go back to the office. These 500,000 salary people want to work from home forever. And so they quit their job. They take a 50% pay cut because it's not about the money. It's how much time, effort, lifestyle you give to make that money. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Come to think of it, ha? Ngayon, tanongin kita. Sulat mo dyan. Kailangan sa gabi na to, hindi tayo matapos nang hindi natin in-excite yung imagination mo. Yee! Diba? Are you ready to imagine? Diba? Sabi nila, mga lalaki magaling mag-imagine. Mga babae magaling din, NBI pa. Diba? Magaling din mag-investiga. Diba? So, I want us to all, you can close your eyes or pwede rin naka-open, but I want you to really imagine what a perfect day looks like. How does it look like from the moment you wake up? Anong kulay ng bedsheet? Mataas ba yung araw o mababa? Maliwanag ba or madilim? And then, anong suot mo? Sana may suot ka, kadiri. Joke lang. Okay, nag-imagine tayo. Kasi may mga taong gano'n, lalo sa US. Nasisikipan sila sa damit. Okay? Ngayon, anong suot mo? Yan ba yung favorite mong pantulog? Mukha kang maharlika? Okay, silky-silky. Okay, ngayon, you take your foot out of the bed. Anong itsura ng tiles? Kung wala ka ma-imagine, lumakad ka lang. Baka makita mo. Lakad ka pa. What's the first thing you see when you raise your head? Look around the room. What's the first thing you see? Is it your child hugging you, embracing you? Or malaki na ba siya? Nakita mo siya nagdodota? Okay? Or yung asawa mo nag-garden sa labas? Ano yung pusa mo? Ano nakikita mo? Si Taylor Swift? Okay? May bago siyang album? Sige, so ngayon naglakad ka pa. Okay? May breakfast. Or gagawa ka ng breakfast or may breakfast na sa table. Anong breakfast yung gusto mo? Anong itsura? Anong pagkain? Mainit ba siya? Malamig? Winter ba? Summer? Diba? Anong make ng kape mo? Anong view ng bintana mo? After that, Siyempre, hindi ka naman pwedeng nandun lang. Gagawa ka na ng work. Work doesn't have to be a job. It could be something made out of your hands, something that you want to use to glorify God. It could be your calling. Ngayon, lalabas ka na ng bahay. May gagawin ka. Saan ka pupunta? Magtuturo ka ba sa volunteer for children with special needs? Nasa pet shelter ka ba? Or ihatid mo ba yung anak mo sa school nang hindi ka galit, hindi ka sumisigaw, hindi mo siya pinapalo, hindi ka nagmumura, hindi ka nagpapanik kasi may anxiety ka ba from your previous days employment mo? Anong itsura? Gaano kadali yung day na to for your kid? Anong itsura niya? Happy ba siya? Bochog ba siya? Okay, kung wala kang kid, anong trip mo ngayon? Manonood ka ng Netflix? Okay, as you go out of the house, saan ka nagpunta? Tandaan mo yan. And then what time ka bumalik ng bahay? Is it nighttime? Do you feel tired and very fulfilled? Or bumalik ka ba ng lunchtime? Kasi magla-lunch ka sa bahay. Magkukuking ka. Diba? Or magla-lunch ka sa bahay, magkikiss kayo ng asawa mo. Yay! O, diba? Or yayakapan lang kayo at titingin sa view at pag 2 p.m. na, lalabas ulit kayo, susunduin nyo yung anak nyo. After that, babalik ka ulit sa bahay for the second time. Anong gagawin mo? Tuturuan mo ba siya? Maglalaro ba kayo? Mag-homeschool ba kayo? Anong view ng balcony niyo? And then, how do you end your day? Anong dinner mo? Anong kinain mo? Lalakad ba kayo sa mall para may exercise? Gaano kaganda yung community? May holdapper ba? Wala bang fence? May fence ba? Saan country ka ba? Nasa Paris ka ba? Yung boyfriend mo ba? Kamukha ng boyfriend ni Nadine Lustre? Bonjour? Okay? So, anong itsura? And then, you lie down on the bed at night. Your head is heavy, you're tired but fulfilled, and you can finally tell yourself, well done, I had a productive day. So open your eyes. And I want you to remember what that day is. Because that is what Usana is all about. There's no point being rich if you will lose your soul, or if it will cost you your health, your relationships, your friendships, or the thing you're offering it for. So some people, they work so hard hanggang sa dumating yung time na yung pag-aalayan nila ng yaman at sipag nila, nawala na ng gana sa kanila. Kasi na-sacrifice. So sabi ko nga, we don't win with money or papers or mathematical computations. We win with people. And your greatest asset in life is good people. Who are these people? They are your solid friends. They're your solid, loyal friends who are with you through thick and thin, through ups and downs. Hindi yan nabibili, my friend. Agree ba kayo? Agree ba kayo? And number 2, anong tawag dito? No amount of money can justify the loss of relationships because relationship is the most important thing in the world. Game ba kayo? That's why many rich people are unhappy because the quality of their relationships are not good. Di ba sabi nila, the quality of your life is directly proportional to the quality of your relationships. Money help those relationships thrive. Agree ba kayo? Because money will not give you good relationships, but the lack of money destroy relationships. Agree? Di ba? Pag wala kang pera, sabi nga nila, 70-80% ng divorce in the US are rooted in money. Di ba? When money is that question, love gets thrown out of the window. Pero once you have enough money, relationship is the ultimate most important. We use money to prosper our relationship. So you should never, ever do a financial decision that will make you more money but will destroy your relationships. You know why network marketing is so lucrative for a regular person, a regular one who's not a lawyer, who's not a summa cum laude, who's not a neurosurgeon. I'm not saying these people are not in Usana. They are indeed in Usana. But how come a security guard nagiging top dito? How come a locker attendant nagiging top dito? They are not cum laudes. Bakit? Because this business thrives on relationships. When you have good relationships, you have good teams. When you have good relationship with your prospect, regardless if they decide to join or not, you still have good relationship after that and you can follow them up pag nagbago na yung life priorities nila. You know, there's no point having a higher income if it's not sustainable, if it's not rooted in good relationships. So today, I want you to think of that day. And that is what Usana is all about. Tell me an opportunity or a vehicle that will give you that schedule, that will give you that ability to drink your coffee nang hindi ka nagmamadali. Game ba kayo? That ability na magne-Netflix ka without guilt because you did your job pag time ng job. 'Di ba? That ability na happy kayo ng asawa mo, hindi nyo kailangan physically maghiwalay. 'Di ba? So, this is what Usana is about. It's not even about being a diamond or getting the best incentives. Usana is about building it right, building it sustainably so that you can fund that dream lifestyle of yours that sometimes doesn't take a lot of money naman, but it takes money to give you the freedom. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? So since last year, I've been living in the island and this is the day I was imagining at 22. 'Di ba? Although, nung time na yun, nag-imagine ako may asawa, medyo di natupad. Joke lang. Medyo di natupad. Okay lang, nag-diamond, 'di ba? Pero, that was really the day I was imagining. I want a mainit na lugar. You know, people want to go abroad, malaki sweldo. But can you imagine living in a country na 4 seasons? Tell me, sa mga nasa abroad right now, people love snow as a vacation. Pero masarap ba talagang tumira sa malamig na lugar? Para sa mga bata pa dito or sa mga di pa alam, okay? Billionaires in Germany, billionaires in France, billionaires in Italy sell everything to live in Bohol. Billionaires in the US, billionaires in Australia sell everything to live in Cebu. Why? Because Philippines has the most amazing beaches. Agree? We have the best weather. Alam mo, if there's one thing na we are really blessed, it's the tropical weather. Alam nyo, I had a friend before, Israel, ano ba tawag sa tiga-Israel? Israel siya. Ito na naman, di masyado matalino, okay? Basta Israel siya. We were in Makati, umulan. Umulan. So what was my reaction? Bad trip naman. Kasi we were in a fast food chain. Paano kami lalakad? Umulan eh. Sabi ko, bad trip naman, malilate na tayo sa lunch break natin, we need to go back. Alam niyo, umiyak siya in front of me. Umiyak siya. Sabi ko, bakit ka umiyak? Hindi naman kitang pinakain ng pork. Bakit ka umiyak? Ano ba? Sabi niya, this is the second time in my life that I've seen rain. Grabe. Hindi ko alam kung sa Israel siya talaga lumaki. Hindi ko alam, baka nasa ibang country siya, tapos nationality lang niya Israel. Pero it was the second time in his life. He was 50 years old. 50s. Hindi siya nakakita ng ulan. And doon ko lang na-realize, we are so blessed to be in the Philippines. Agree, agree, agree? So kung nandito ka, alam nyo, I've been all around the world. I've been to Maldives. I've been to Vegas. Lahat, name a place, I've been there. The most beautiful thing in the world still is Coron, Palawan. We're so blessed with this. And that was my vision. You could have another vision. You want to live in Italy. You want to live in, ewan ko, in Silicon Valley. Best friend mo si Elon Musk. Gawa kayo ng Tesla doon. Diba? But in my heart, this was my dream. I want to live in the island. I want to live in the Philippines. Diba? I want yung init ng Pilipinas. Diba? I want to create jobs sa Pilipinas. I want to put all my money in the Philippine economy. Ayoko siyang gastusin elsewhere. I want to help the local people earn a living. Diba? Imagine mo kung walang hotel sa Coron, anong income ng mga tao doon? Diba? Saktong income. Diba? So, we are so fortunate to be in the Philippines. Pero ba't ko ito kinukwento sa'yo? Kasi kung hindi ko pa yan ikukwento sa'yo, minsan, di mo pa yan alam. You know why? Because you're always in your computer. You're always in your desk. You're always in your office. Imagine, mas nalibot pa ng taga Germany, yung Philippines, kaysa sa taga Quezon City. Ano ba? Ano ba, my friend? Diba? So why am I saying this? I'm promoting local tourism pag pwede na, pag legal, pag 100% safe ang lahat. Pero why am I saying this? Because it breaks my heart to see other nationalities enjoy our country just because they have the passive leverage income to do so. Whereas tayo na nandito na, we haven't even seen the Philippines because we are working on an active income lifestyle, di ba? So game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? So yan yung goal ko when I was 22. Pina-imagine ko siya sa'yo because today that was my daily. Di ba? Yung phone ko, 100 na yung picture ng view, ng sunset, ng view ng ano ko, everyday, may oras ako, lalabas ako sa balcony, tititigan ko lang yung sunset. Everyday, may routine ako with nature. And parang tanga lang kasi pinipicturean mo, diyan ka naman nakatira, everyday mo yan view. But I'm never tired of the view. Sabi nga nila si Lord di mo nakikita. Agree? Hindi mo nakikita si Lord. Pero nakikita mo siya through His majestic creations. Agree? Some people would say, I cannot feel the Lord. Lalo na ngayong pandemic, asan ba siya? Alam mo, look outside, look at the mountains, look at the birds. He is very much alive. But sometimes, mahirap siyang makita kung active ang income mo. Yun lang, my friend, di ba? Sabi nga nila, nagbabasa ako ng Bible, di ko siya marinig. Mahirap minsan marinig kasi naririnig mo si Judith. Hoy, wala na tayong pambayad ng kuryente bukas, di ba? So ako, naniniwala ako, the Lord wants us to be abundant and prosperous. And maybe, just maybe, He used Usana as His instrument and that person who invited you to really see that there is life beyond work. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Alam nyo, there is no money that can pay the view that my eyes are seeing every single day. In real estate, they call it the $1 million view. Mga ahente, nandito ba kayo? $1 million view. Yan yung mga condo, liliit, 50 million. Yan yung mga condo sa New York, di ba? Ang liliit, $50 million, di ba? Kasi meron kang $1 million view. Alam mo, you don't need to spend 50 million in Cebu or in Coron or in Siquijor. Di ba? Siyempre, bumalik ka sa Makati, hahataw tayo. But every now and then, you can do that. Pwede. Di ba? Pwede. Because you decide a life you don't need to escape from. Agree ba kayo? It's not money who made me happy. It's the ability to control my life and earn money while looking at the sunset that made me very much fulfilled. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Sabi nga nila time freedom. Freedom is the greatest dividend money pays. Freedom. How you want to spend your life, how long you want to take a lunch break, how long you want to sleep, is the dividend, the greatest dividend that money pays, di ba? So, kailangan talaga yan, okay? So, marami ba kayo nalalearn, di ba? Kasi I'm sure marami na kayong narinig na NDO, marami na tayong narinig na presentation about Usana. But until ma-realize mo that Usana is what dreams are made of, you wouldn't really fully grasp what Usana is about. Usana is about making the world the healthiest family on earth. Imagine, you are not out there selling JanSport bags. You are not out there selling power bank. I'm not saying mali yun. But imagine, yung job mo, hindi mo na alam kung job siya, vocation, o calling, o mission. Kumbaga sa Ikigai, pasok siya. Pasok siya. You're helping someone today take better control of their health or finances. What kind of job can beat that? Diba? What kind of job can beat that? So today, I want you to imagine that life. And I want you to hold on to that life. And I want you na ipagpatayan mo yung life na yan. So walang na-imagine, okay lang yan. Isip ka ulit. Okay lang yan. Dreaming is a skill. So kung hindi mo laging ginagawa, mahirapan ka. And that's normal. When I was starting, I cannot imagine it. Diba? Sabi nila, no Rolex sports car money can buy freedom that money pays, 'di ba? So nandito ka you have that power. Alam nyo, whenever I meet a salaryman or someone working na never na-invite, never encountered Usana, pagod, masipag, magaling naman, nasasad ako. Kasi deserve naman niya Pero hindi siya na-invite. 'Di ba? Kung na-invite ka dito ngayon, palakpakan mo yung sarili mo. Bakit? Kasi ang Usana, para alam nyo, wala po tayo sa job street. Okay? Bawa, you cannot apply in Usana. Okay, you cannot apply in Usana. Hi, I want to be distributor. No. Usana is an elite organization. It's like fraternity, pero hindi yung bad, okay? It's an elite organization like frat wherein you have to be invited. If you are not invited, you are not here. Diba? So you are chosen. Imagine, hindi mo kailangan ipagsuksukan yung sarili mo, i-hire kita. Diba? You were handpicked by the person who invited you. That person believed that you can be a diamond here. Because if not, bakit naman kami mag-invite pa? Diba? That person saw your potential. That person believed in you. Kahit na zero knowledge ka pa, wala kang alam, first timer ka. That person saw potential in you and it's high time for you to saw that potential in yourself. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? And again, kung naninibago ka pa, ano naman pinagsasabi ni ate, di ba? Ang daming mga sinasabi, existentialism, chuchu, okay? Okay lang yan, di ba? Kung naninibago ka, it's okay because this is the business of the 21st century. Anong ibig sabihin ito? You will hear uneducated comments from well-meaning people. And why? Bakit? Kasi hindi sila familiar, hindi sila aware. Di ba? So kung engineer ka dito, inaaway mo ba yung mga may maling comments about electricity? Hindi. Hinahayaan mo lang sila. Because you know, they know, hindi nila alam yung sinasabi nila. Agree? O, bilang engineer, alam nyo, yung pag-unplug ng electric fan, pag umaalis ka, walang bearing yan. Alam nyo yan, di ba? Pag kinompute natin yung core loss niyan, walang bearing yan sa electric bill mo. Mas malaki pa yung risk na masira mo yung electric fan mo, kaka-plug-unplug. Pero di ba yun ang paniniwala ng matatanda? I-unplug ang electric fan, di ba? And nagagalit ka ba? Hindi. It's okay for you. Why? Because you respect that person is not an engineer. So, hayaan mo lang siya na mali yung alam niya. Okay? Respect lang. And ganun din dito. To everyone in this call, I want to congratulate you. Congratulations! Congratulations! Di ba? Congratulations! Isa kang matapang na tao at tapang na tao. Join nyo sana, di ba? Congratulations! And anong tawag dito? I just want to prepare you emotionally, mentally for the road that's about to come. I want you to learn that sincerity doesn't mean expertise. What am I saying? Just because a person is sincere doesn't mean that they are expert with that opinion. Because people can be sincere and still be sincerely wrong. Okay? So my mom was sincere. She loved me to bits, di ba? But not all opinions. At that time, syempre ngayon, iba, okay? Not all opinions are created equal. So there will be people who will be saying na mali yung ginagawa mo. And it's okay. But I just want you to know to never confuse sincerity with the truth. Because just because a person is sincere doesn't mean they cannot be wrong. Agree ba kayo? O, marami makaka-relate yan sa ating mga political na nag-aaway sa Facebook. Okay, kayo mag-aaway. Okay. Love tayo. Okay? So, ano yung example ko for that? Okay? Pwedeng, ako si Camille, engineer, may sugat ka. Okay, may sugat si Marivic. Okay, may sugat siya. Okay, sincere ako kay Marivic kasi best friend ko to. Kapatid ko to, di kitang kalulo, bituka namin. Sincere ako kay Marivic. Bilang engineer, ano sinabi ko kay Marivic? Marivic, pigain mo, baka lumabas yung santo. Marivic, lagyan mo ng dahon. Lagyan mo ng dahon. Okay? That was my opinion. I am very sincere. But was that an expert opinion? Is that an opinion from someone who succeeded in that field? What? And then there's another opinion. There's a doctor. Sabi ng doctor kay Marivic, Marivic, i-stitch na natin yan. Ipa-ER na natin yan. Baka ma-infect yan. Naku, sus Mariosep. Ngayon, hindi naman na alam kung sincere tong doctor na to. Di naman niya kilala. Diba? Pero sino ang expert? Si doctor. Listening to sincere people who can be sincerely wrong can cost your life and even your dreams. Do you agree? Do you agree? So, ngayon, marami na bang pangarap ang namatay? Marami na bang pangarap ang namatay? Okay? Listening to sincere people who are not experts in the topic. Agree? Your mentor found success doing the business. That is the doctor you need to listen to. Someone may be sincere, but didn't find success. Why would you take advice from someone who did not graduate med school? Why would you take advice from someone who is an engineer? You have to take advice from people who found success. Kasi ang mga tao minsan, sabi nga nila, you need to heal. Yee! Narinig niyo na ba yan? Sometimes you need to heal. What am I talking about? Growing up, we have childhood traumas. Agree? All of us, walang perfect, diba? Growing up, we have childhood pains. And 90% of the population is attracted to negativity. We're attracted to toxic. We're attracted to bad, hindi naman things, but bad deals. We're attracted to risky, malulugi na mga bagay. That's why for hundreds and thousands of years, there's still pornography, there's still prostitution, and there's still gambling. Because, that's the love, when you were a child. When we were children, di ba, yung bad environment na yon, whatever it is, that's love for us, that's home for us. That was our shelter for the longest time. And when you're old, you tend to stick with negative comments more than the good ones. Why? They call this in psychology self-sabotage. You're sabotaging your success. You're listening to things that could harm you because doon ka sanay. Ngayon, walang maninisi ng parents. Huwag nga kayo. Every parent did their best. Ganon talaga. People evolve and people learn. And you are so fortunate na may Usana ka ngayon na hiririnig mo to. Yay! Di ba? Have you ever heard of this elsewhere unless psychologist ka? Diba? So, ang sarap mag-Usana, marami ka natututunan, diba? So, yun lang na people are drawn to things that hurt them. And you need to heal. Because Usana is the best company, it's the best business, it's the best compensation plan. Hell, even the corporate team is the best corporate team. I tried running the several businesses before I started Usana. Maganda naman yung business plan ko. Very profitable. Maganda yung product and technology namin. Lagi kami natatalo sa tao. Lagi may nagnanakaw, lagi kami natatalo sa tao. So, nakahanap ka na ng honesty. Proven na yan. 5 out of 100, 1 out of 100, di ba? So, pero bakit minsan drawn ka pa? Why do people, ayaw nila ng stable na asawa? Yee! Ayaw nila ng healthy na boyfriend, di ba? Ayaw nila ng boyfriend na healthy, matino, mabait, hindi toxic, hindi playboy, hindi manloloko, you don't need to be a healer, hindi mo kailangan siyang baguhin. Bakit ayaw mo ng consistent? Bakit? Because again, that was never your home. You're not used to it. It wasn't model when we were young, di ba? Not all, but some. Di ba? So, whenever you see something good, you sabotage yourself and pick something bad instead. Diyan nga na-coin yung tawag na nice guys finish last. Because people want bad guys, di ba? Pero that's not true because right now, people are woke. People are listening to this. People are reading. People are doing the inner work. People are improving themselves. You want to be drawn to healthy, stable companies and mentors and people. Diba? Because you deserve that. Diba? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Have you noticed sometimes our financial problems are cyclical? You promise yourself, hindi na ako utang na ganito kalaki. And then 5, 10 years after, you're in the same pit. And it's normal. It's okay. Believe it or not, nag-improve ka pa niyan. Diba? Why do we repeat things? Because that was our pattern eh. We need to break that. And Usana is such a great pattern breaker. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Do you appreciate how good Usana is right now? Diba? So game na game. Diba? Kaya nga pag sinabi nila na may mga tao, they seem to always have financial problems. Kahit na kumikita sila ng malaki. Because it's a pattern eh. They're drawn to ruining their finances. Because yun yung pattern. You have to stop that, diba? And it gives you the ability to leverage your time and multiply your time making money. How? Your mentors will explain it to you in detail. This is sobrang top view. It's also a great source of supplementary income. So I've said this over and over in the past. Now is not the time to turn down income opportunities in Usana. Now is not the time. We're in the middle of a recession. We never know until when. Our governments nagprint sila ng money more than we could ever imagine. Sirang-sira yung economy natin. This is, alam mo yan, every industry is hanging by a thread. Matagal pa to. I wish na hindi, but financial impact nito, matagal pa to. Ang dami nilang loan na hindi nila kayang bayaran, mga companies. This is never the time na panindigan mo yung paniniwala mo 2 years ago. This is never the time na maging picky ka pa, sis. Diba? This is not the time. Sabi nila, you make plans, God laughs. Diba? You make plans, you make financial plans, God laughs. Bakit? Because only God knows. Diba? Pero gawa ka pa rin. Right now, sabi nila, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. Today, pak! This recession, this pandemic has absolutely punched us all in the face. So don't stick to your plan last year, 2 years ago. Try something new. Karirin mo yung Usana. If you've been in Usana for some time and hindi mo pa talaga binibigay 100% lakas mo, yung taguro mo, this is the time. Kapatid, hindi magbe-better yung economy right away. Money is nako-compute. Economies are cyclical. Walang way na babalik lang siya without some growing pains. You need to survive all of those growing pains. With automation, with the upcoming loss of jobs, you need to be sure you cannot say no to an additional source of income, especially not right now. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? This is not about dreams sometimes. Sometimes, ano na to, survival. It's a great vehicle for you to actualize your dreams. So, na-mention na natin to kanina. It helps you unlock and develop your full potential. Nakakatawa, nasabi ko na ito. Nauna pala ako. Okay? And it allows you to discover your true purpose in life. So, na-mention ko to kanina. If you are at a point, sana wag, I pray wag, but it's normal. You know, the cases in mental health, nag-rise talaga siya ngayong lockdown. Some people are more mentally challenged. Some people are diagnosed with depression. Some people are diagnosed with anxiety. And it's totally understandable. Even before pandemic, no stigma, di ba? Mahirap talaga eh. It's hard to live inside your head. Trust me, I know how it feels, di ba? It's normal. And if you are at a point in your life, di ba, na yun nga, sabi nila, some people have spiritual dryness, some people cannot hear God's voice. Iba naman, you can hear, but you're in that limbo. You don't know why you are in your job, why you are in your house. You don't even know what to do with your Usana business. You know, I have a tip for you. Do the business. Do the Usana business. Why? Because you can never discover your happiness, your purpose in life, thinking about your needs. The only way for you to discover ano yung purpose ng life mo, ano yung happiness, yung purpose-driven life mo, the only way to discover your purpose is by being in service of other people. Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? And the good thing is, may libreng income yon. Yay! Woohoo! May byproduct yon na income. Diba? As you share more products and help more people. So, let me challenge you. Do the Usana business seriously. Change people's lives. Alam mo, I always tell this to my team. Pwede ngayon, not all, but some of us or you are complacent. It's okay because, we've been working so hard in our jobs the whole day. You deserve to rest a bit. It's okay. You are mentally pagod from all the pandemic things, diba, na nangyayari, from all the crises. So, it's okay. But, some of us are complacent. Pero ito lang yan. There is someone in your kapitbahay right now who badly need this income. Meron. Alam mo paano ko nalaman? Okay, this is where we will end. Si Jericho. Okay? Si Jericho, pag may malala kang problema, do you tell people? Si Florence, pag may malala kang problema, do you tell people? So, do you even tell your spouse? You are supposed to tell your spouse, okay, for the record. But, real talk, do you really do? Okay? Sa mga walang spouse, do you tell your parents? If you are in a deep, deep, deep pit, let's say debt, let's say you made a bad decision, let's say may problema ka talaga, do you tell your parents? How I wish you do. But 99% of the people don't. You know why? Because you only tell if it's a level 5 problem, you tell them. If it's a level 7 problem, people tell them. But if it's a level 10 problem, the first instinct is not to tell them. the first instinct is to fix it yourself. Okay? I'm not promoting it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's what's happening. So ngayon, if may malaki kang problema, do you tell anyone? No. The only time you tell them is pag na-solve mo na. Okay? Di ba? Agree? Di ba? Relate ba kayo? You only tell them pag na-solve mo na. Or kapag hindi mo na talaga kaya. And I'm not saying that's right, but that's what's happening. And bakit ko to sinabi sa'yo? Because that person in social media can seemingly live a great life. That neighbor of yours could seemingly live the best life she can. A nice dog, a beautiful husband, a supportive family. Everyone is living their best life in your eyes. But let me tell you, ikaw nga when you're in the bottomest of the pit, you don't even tell the safest person to tell it to. What makes us expect or assume that these people don't need Usana as much as you need it? You and me need Usana. So ako yan yung mindset ko. Every smiling person outside, I will never, ever know ano yung nasa utak niyan. No amount of one-on-one NDO coaching session will really tell me ano yung 100% picture na pinagdadaanan niya today. And the beautiful thing about Usana is you don't need to know. You don't need to even pakialaman yung buhay niya. All you can do is to be a bridge. Is to be a tulay. To give them options, and it's up to them. So ako yun yung mindset ko. Some people right now, marami kang pera, marami kang savings, stable ka, you're okay. You're complacent. But there are people outside desperately in need of this. You don't know how many customers tonight ang meron ka drinking Pures, not because they cannot sleep, but because they cannot sleep with their bills. Diba? You have no idea. Yung bumibili ng essential sa'yo, na hindi siya bumibili for kumbaga to supplement yung lifestyle niya, bumibili siya because of fear, because hindi siya sure kung may money siya whatever happens sa kanya na emergency. We don't know that because when we talk to them, people will show you their best versions. So ako, ito lang yung belief ko every day, na that person na kapitbahay mo today, pwedeng mas magaling pa sa'yo yan, Jelay. Distributor, head to head, pwedeng mas magaling pa siya sa'yo. Okay? Mas deserving ba siya sa'yo? Yes. Mas magaling ba siya sa'yo? Yes. Mas masipag ba siya sa'yo? Yes. Mas kikil ba siya sa'yo? Yes. Pero hindi siya na-invite That's the only difference. I'm not saying na may mas magaling sa atin. We are the best, syempre. All I'm saying is, we need to be that bridge because kumbaga, hindi pwede na tayo yung nagsastop ng blessings na dumating sa other people. Dapat tayo yung tulay. Agree ba kayo? So ako yun yung belief ko. If a person like me na help ni Lord through this opportunity, I have zero chances of making it in this industry. And He made miracles. He made it happen. He sent me the right people I've mentioned, the right people to work with. Nakachamba ko, sobrang ayos ng company, sobrang ayos ng mga tao mismo, the leadership, the founder, the employees. Matalino ako ngayon, I could have researched that, but at that time, wala akong idea. That was pure miracle from the Lord. Yun yung belief ko na that person who invited me, kung hindi niya ako in-invite, nasan ako today? Sure ako night shift ako OT. Sure ako employed ako. Sure ako hindi ako masaya. Sure ako may malala yung sakit ko. Sure ako unhealthy ako. Sure ako hindi ako tumitingin sa sunset every day. Sabi ko nga, grabe yung $1 million view ko. It makes me so happy more than any money can give. Diba? It's majesty. It's nature. It's God talking to you. God in the flesh. You can hear Him. Diba? You can feel Him. Yung init. Diba? Yung ulan, yung breeze. You can feel Him. Diba? So, that person right now may deserve the opportunity more and may deserve the diamond more. But I need to extend it. I'm not saying someone is more deserving. We are all equally deserving. All I'm saying is, merong masipag, merong kailangan ito. Hindi pwedeng yung hindi masyadong kailangan ito, yung magiging stopper. Okay, game ba kayo? Game ba kayo? Tandaan mo, and kung nandito ka ngayon, don't you ever doubt yourself kung kaya mo to business na to. Bakit? I have a tip for you. Okay, kung bago ka dito, don't you ever think na hindi mo to kaya, mahirapan ka, hindi ka for this, eme. You know why? Because we don't invite people na hindi kaya to. Diba? We pick you. Your mentor, your coach after this will be your skills training NDO. Will teach you how to list down names, who are the people you're supposed to write, what to tell them, bringing them to a presentation is 2 minutes. It's very short, it's very easy. You just have to read it. Anong tawag dito? You bring them to a presentation, we help you show the opportunity. You just learn it in the beginning. Pero again, walang kwenta lahat ng yon if hindi klaro sa'yo. Bakit kailangan mo ng ganitong income? Hindi malaking income, pero nakakalayang income. Freeing residual income. Whatever that freedom means to you. At whatever income level that freedom means to you. At whatever rank that freedom means to you. And it's not just you will hit it and then goodbye na. You help more people do it. In traditional business, you can change your life. And change the life of your employees. A bit. But not much if you become a diamond in this business and really change the lives of your goal directors. There are so many vehicles na pwede kang yumaman and still not change a single soul's life. In this business, there is no other way. You have to change someone's life for you to get your dream life. Diba? So ako, yan yung tawag dito, yan yung prayer ko. Alam mo, my vision when I was new, goosebumps to, super goosebumps. Okay, nag-extend na, pasensya na kayo. Diba? When I was 22, isa rin sa vision ko. Lahat kasi kami nag-join fresh grad eh. Sino ba nakaka-relate? Yung iba naman dito, lahat kayo managers, okay din yun. Yung iba dito, lahat kayo athletes, okay din yun. Yung iba, lahat tayo senior manager, okay din yun. Nung nag-start kami, lahat kami mga bata. Sabi ko, etong mga jeje kong mga jeje kami, di ba? Itong mga co-jeje ko na mga friends who decided to join. Lahat sila single na lalaki or mga may jowa. Lahat kami single. Lahat kami bata. Lahat kami wag nyo nang gawin to, masama to. Like, nagde-drinks, masama yan. Tigilan nyo yan. Nakakasira ng buhay. Diba? Alam nyo, when I was at that age, may nakita ako. Ang nakita ko, one day, I will see one of my friends. And of course, they are my top leaders. Makikita ko sila sa park. At may park ako nakita. Isa may BGC. Specific, di ba? Makikita ko sila sa park hapon. Hapon, let's say 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Makikita ko sila sa park. Sa future. May tinutulak na stroller. Tapos, kasi puro lalaki yung mga ano ko eh, mga associates ko eh. Tapos, makikita ko, titingin sila sa kanilang beautiful, radiating, nag-Celavive na wife. Nakikita, maglalakad sila sa park, tulak yung stroller with a wife. And then, that child will never have to experience living in a house na walang parents. Isn't that life-changing? Game ba kayo doon? Game ba kayo? Diba? It's not even na yung mayaman siya eh. I'm sure mayaman siya to afford na hindi mag-work. Pero the absence of job, the independence from a job dependency is the greatest killer ng economy. Lahat tayo dependent sa job. More entrepreneurs will lift the economy. We need more entrepreneurs. Diba? That was my vision. 22 ako na kahit siguro, pero unfortunately, nagka-sports car sila. So, joke lang. Pero hindi ko nga naisip yun at 22. That was my own goal. Sabi ko, imagine how much you can change the Philippines, the society. How much you can change the barangay, every Christian family. If yung parents nasa bahay. And I'm not saying wag mag-work. Pero hindi OFW. Or kahit papaano, they can give attention. Diba? So kung nandito ka, anak ka ng OFW, okay, group hug! Woohoo! Diba? And sa lahat ng OFW, salute. Alam ko gaano kahirap. It kills my parents, my dad especially, every single day not seeing us. Anak ako ng parents na wala sa bahay. Hindi nila yan gusto. I'm sure had they have enough money, they wouldn't do it. It was a sacrifice we all need to make. And it paid off. They gave me a good college education, di ba? I'm so grateful for that. Pero ako, yun lang yung mindset ko. Na can you imagine a Philippines wherein mga more children lumaki talaga sa nanay, hindi sa yaya. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine more marriage na hindi nag-aaway or minsan kasi di naman nasa abroad. Pero mas ka-close niya pa yung barkada niya sa work. Kasi pag uwi niya ng bahay, kahit ikwento naman niya sa wife niya, di naman sila same ng work eh. Usana is a great business because it's a lifestyle business. You invite your associates, have breakfast sa bahay niyo, gumawa ka ng toast, peanut butter, kumain siya kasama ng asawa mo na hindi distributor. That's already building the business. That's already meet and greet. That's already, hi, this is the life. Welcome, you're free to ask questions, diba? I remember I have a friend, apply niya si Jeremy Stansfield, okay, sa US. So, nung nasa US kami, so siya, nagpunta siya sa bahay ni Jeremy. O, diba? Nakakaloka, nasa bahay siya ni Jeremy. Kilala niyo ba yun? Sabi ko, sana all, pwedeng kumatok, diba? So, he is a 9-star diamond director. Kumatok siya. And you know, I was trying to imagine, ano ang itsura ng taong 30 years na sa'yo sana? Ano ang itsura pag pumasok ka? Like, zero idea, pagod na ba siya mag-present? Di ba? Excited pa ba siya? Alam mo, binuksan daw ni Jeremy, pagbukas ng door, hindi si Jeremy yung nag-open. It's like a 26, 28 years old na guy. And then sabi niya, oh, you're that person, come in. So sabi niya, sino to? Di ba? Sino ka, Koya? That guy is a builder rank. That guy is the new project team, project leader, project line of Jeremy Stansfield. At 27 years in the company, 28 years, there is a builder rank downline in his house. Nag-NDO sila. Nagpa-product training sila. And can you call that a job or a business? Ang sarap. Ang sarap. Ang sarap magbago ng buhay. Diba? So I'm sure nandito ka, diba? And you know, ba't ko kinata sa inyo yon? Kasi right now, okay, 9 years in the business, my teammates, yung mga kinukwento ko sa inyo mga lalaki, lahat married na. Yung dalawa ikakasal na sa isang araw. O diba? Sabay-sabay sila kinakasal. Always the bridesmaid. Okay, but that was the vision. I have a second question. Sino nagbayad ng kasal nila? They have zero other source of income. Usana lang. Diba? At 22, they were single, they were pogy. Instead of wasting that time, we built our business. At the right time, they are ready to be husbands. They can. Diba? They can. Usana lang. Diba? And then, ang mga asawa ng mga to, meron ba sa kanila na yung mga wife nila nag-work? Wala! Woohoo! Diba may gusto doon? Wala! Lahat ng asawa nila nag-work, pero yung gusto nilang work. Yung work na passionate. Hindi work na parang for the bills. Imagine these 22-year-old, 24 years old, they were 25 when they joined our team. Right now, we are in our 30s. Masaya. Masaya sila. Sila lang, ako rin. Okay? And anong tawag dito? Bayad ng Usana ang kasal. Bayad ng Usana ang kotse. Okay, last week, someone gave birth. Okay? Alam nyo, yun yung vision ko. And super touch ako, naiiyak na ako eh. Bakit? Kasi yung batang yon, hindi man siya super mayaman pa kasi payaman pa tayong lahat, di ba? Yung batang yon, both parents nasa bahay. Both parents nagtapalit ng diaper. My teammate, my distributor, my leader don't have to go abroad. Tell me if money can buy that. Because that is the thing that only Usana can give. Kaya nga, wag kang papabulag. Wag kang papabulag. Walang sense yung malaking pera na 10 years from now, sarado na. Wala na. Huwag kang papabulag. Kailangan maisip mo long term, consistent. Ang anak mo long term yan, hindi short term. Di ba? Matagal pa yan. Mag-iiba ka ng decision na long term. Di ba? So imagine yan. We all started single. Lahat sila ngayong kinakasal. Lahat sila ngayon nagbe-baby. Di ba? Baby season. Di ba? And I'm just so filled with purpose. I'm just so grateful to Usana, di ba? So kung di pa natin ito nasasabi, Usana, thank you so much, di ba? Thank you sa lahat ng corporate team. Hindi siya pera eh. It's something beyond money. Ay, isipin nyo, ilan ang inaanak ko? Di ba? Ilan? Imaginein mo. So kung ngayon dito single ka pa, imaginein mo na lang, di ba? So kung nandito ka ngayon, di ba? May anak ka na, hindi ka makarelate doon sa shinare ko. Pwede ba yung ma-imagine mo? Di ba? Pero have that vision. Have that strong, compelling vision. You know, sometimes personal goals, just don't cut it. Sometimes you want to be rich, you want to make an income, just don't cut it. Sometimes you're too tamad for that. Think of a purpose that would make you jump out of the bed in the morning. Diba? This opportunity can really change lives. And ako, biased talaga ako with equal opportunity vehicles. Diba? Like, kahit nung nag-work pa ako, yung ina-hire ko, hindi college grad, high school grad. Pinaglaban ko siya sa management, sa HR, sa kliyente ko. Because I want to give equal opportunity. Ano naman kung college grad siya? Ito high school grad, pero baka yung wala lang siyang pampaaral. Agree? So this business, ito last na talaga, share ko sa inyo, has the ability. It's not a guarantee. Hard work, dedication, leadership. Ano memorize ko ba? It's not a guarantee, okay? Pero this business can give you a CEO income. Okay? Find out magkano ang income ng vice president ng mga kumpanya, CEO, even the owners. This business can, if you work hard, 1 million hard, okay, you put the effort, it can give you a CEO income. But the question is, Jay, tinanong ka ba ng upline mo o ng Usana? O Jay, what are your work background? What are time in your life wherein you showed leadership? Okay? Si Miss Rowena, kung mag-work ka as a CEO of a company, you will get paid a CEO salary. Agree? Ano ang unang hihingin sa'yo? Gusto mo kumita ng CEO income, mag-a-apply ka, di ba? Anong unang hihingin sa'yo? Resume. Agree, resume. Anong unang titignan ng hiring manager? Saan ka naging CEO dati? Game, agree. Kaya nga sabi nila, di ba, paano po kami magkakaroon 5 years experience? Lahat po kayo 5 years experience so hinihingi. Di ba? Hihingan ka, you want to have a CEO salary? Okay, we will give you a CEO job, Erwin. Pero, ano ang previous work mo? Naging CEO ka ba before? Magaling ka ba? Wala. So kapag ganon, ma-hire ka ba? Si Raina, ma-hire ka ba? Hindi. May chance ka ba magka-CEO income? No. That's what I love about Usana. Hindi ako tinanong Walang exam. Hindi ako tinanong, Camille, do you have the diamond background, experience, intelligence, knowledge? Camille, do you have the network? Camille, do you have the kabaitan? Mabait ka ba? Naku po, hindi. Camille, matalino ka ba? Okay, Camille, malaki ba network mo? Camille, maganda ka ba? I know. Walang tinanong na ganon. Kayo, sa mga bago dito, tinanong ka ba nung nag-invite sa'yo? So, Colette, sino yung mga big time mong kilala? Asset ka ba sa team namin? May silbi ka ba dito? Background check? Di ba? Wala! Di ba? Pero, ina-allow nila tayo na mag-apply bilang goal director. Game ba kayo? Woohoo! Alam nyo, dyan ako sobrang in love sa'yo sana. Super equal opportunity. Diba, kung nagkamali yung parents mo, walang bearing dito yan. Kung nagkamali ka nung nag-aaral ka, di mo tinapos, walang bearing dito yan. Kung nagkamali ka nung nagkaroon ka ng anak, first time mo maging parents, nagkamali ka, walang bearing dito yan. Walang bearing dito yan. It's an equal opportunity business. Ito pa, pag nag-work ka sa company, isi-CI ka ba? Natitignan ba, baon ba sa utang tong si Blank? Nagbabayad ba ng credit card si Blank? Palipat-lipat ba ng bahay si Blank? Papasa ka kaya sa CI? Converge nga lang, di ka makapagpakabit. Joke lang, biro na. Okay, papasa ka ba kaya sa CI? Papasa ka ba sa background check? Di ba yung iba, check pa, mabait ka ba sa previous employer mo? Nasisante ka ba? You know, as if people cannot make mistakes. Diba? But it's okay. It's their job, diba? To check. Alam mo, in Usana, no one asked me. No one check. O Camille, bulo ka ba sa work mo? Camille, bulo ka ba sa ganito? Camille, tamad ka ba? Camille, di ka ba magaling? No one dared to check my past. People in Usana welcomed me with open arms. And my mentor even told me, Camille, you have what it takes to be a diamond. And that guy is a stranger. I barely know him. And it took a stranger to believe in me. Bakit? Kasi that's how, kumbaga, purposeful your work is in Usana. Alam nyo, I have had distributors na galing kulungan. I've had distributors na lumabas sa news. Magkaibang tao to Yung isa lumabas siya sa news kasi may nagawa siyang mali and siya talaga yon. Meron akong distributor, yung tatay na naka-murder. Marami din tayong distributor na magaling. Okay? Isipin niya, okay? Ako, mais naman ako, si Maris, di ba? Magna cum laude, si Doc Edu, si Lichelle, di ba? But you know, this is absolutely equal opportunity. Kaya nga, yung magaling mag-English, sakto lang magaling, equal. Nasa sipag talaga. Di ba? Kung nandito ka ngayon, magaling ka na, well, this is your opportunity to create more day one opportunities for other people. Sabi ng friend ko, magna cum laude na ako eh. Malaki sweldo ko sa Singapore, million. PhD na ako. Hindi ko makita yung sense ba't magjo-join ako sa'yo, Camille. Alam mo, sabi ko sa kanya, magjo-join ka sa akin kasi hindi lahat ng tao may genes mo. Hindi lahat kaya maging summa cum laude at mag-top ng board exam. Hindi lahat parehas ng utak eh. Hindi lahat ng tao magaling yung parents to the point na nakapag-work ka sa Singapore. Okay? Hindi lahat ng tao may mamanahing business. Kasi itong tao na to may family business yung family niya. Hindi siya maghihirap for life. At hindi lahat ng tao nakapag-PhD. Pero I believe, maraming tao, kasing galing mo lang din. Di ba? Maraming tao, kasing galing mo lang din. At pangalawa, maraming tao, kailangan nila to. At deserve nila to. Bakit ko nasabing deserve? Kasi masipag sila. Ang deserve nasa kailangan mo ng pera, hindi. Kahit kailangan mo ng pera, di ka masipag, di mo deserve. Okay? Ang deserve ay wala sa kailangan mo ba yung pera, nasa masipag ka ba. Maraming tao deserve din nila. So kung ikaw, di mo kailangan, kasi you have opportunities, then be the bridge for the playing field to be leveled. Be the bridge so that other people can have the access to the things you had access because you were born to it. Diba? So, game ba kayo? Game ba kayo magbigay ng access? So, kuya yamanin kaya ng message ko sa'yo? Charot. Okay? Kung hindi naman, tayo yung pangalawa. Diba? We need this. Diba? And tuwing nahihirapan ka, always remember, when I was new, hirap na ako, I had one prayer bago ko na-invite. Ang prayer ko dati, Lord, ang hirap naman ito, 12 million sweldo, gusto ko ng leverage income, wala naman akong pwedeng start, employed lang naman ako, may utang pa ako, hindi naman ako pwede mag-business, wala naman akong connections. Ang hirap naman, Lord. Ang prayer ko, Lord, bigyan mo lang ako ng butas. Alam mo yung tuldok? Tuldok lang. 0.00001, Lord, bigyan mo lang ako ng pinakamaliit na opening. Lord, bigyan mo ako ng break. Kahit tuldok lang na break. Kahit gabuhangin lang na light at the end of the tunnel. Kasi dead-end ako at that time eh. Kahit gabuhangin lang na light at the end of the tunnel. Lord, I promise you, yung butas na pagkaliit-liit na yon, I will make the most out of it. Kakaririn ko, Lord, I will give my ultimate best, papalakihin ko yon. And you know, tuwing nahihirapan ako, I remember that prayer. Bakit? Kasi sa kasabihin ni Lord, nag-pray-pray ka ng opportunity, di ba? O ngayon, ayaw mo. Diba? Baka sabihin niya, di ba sabi mo, yung 1% chance, gagawin mong 10? Hindi, Lord, hindi ko naman sinabing ganito. Kakausap ng tao, introvert ako, Lord. Lord, wala akong friends. Alam niyo, ang friend ko ng college, isa lang, yung boyfriend ko lang. Introvert to the highest level ako. As in yung Facebook ko, hindi ako nag-a-add. Wala, sarado. Diba? So, tuwing nahihirapan ako, naaalala ko yon. Kasi baka sabihin ni Lord, next time hingi ka ng break, tatandaan ko to. Kasi sabi mo, pengi ng opportunity. Tapos gusto mo ngayon, ikaw si Lord, ikaw mamimili ano? Diba? Sabi ko pa, kahit maliit na break lang, Lord. Parang PBB, mag-audition ako, Lord. Paabuti mo ako ng quarterfinals, ako na bahala. Yun ang sabi ko eh. Lord, bigyan mo lang ako ng opportunity, magdadiamond ako. Diba? So yan yung prayer ko every night. And ayaw kong dumating yung point na, alam mo yun, ako na yung may problema. Ako yung ganon, diba? So kung nandito ka ngayon, welcome to the healthiest family on earth. This business is about 80% psychology, 80% mindset, 80% right attitude, humility, willingness to learn, tapang. Kapatid, ang pangarap, parang nag-iisang slice ng cake. Kailangan mo yan ipagpatayan. You have to fight for it! Diba? Game naman kayo makipagpatayan. Patay kung patay, diba? Bakit? Kasi yung kaisa-isang slice ng cake na gusto mo, yung kapitbahay mo, gusto rin niya ng cake. Eh guess what? Yung kapitbahay mo, hindi na tititigan yung cake. Yung kapitbahay mo, tatakbo yan, makikipagpatayan yan para sa cake. The good thing is, with Usana, maraming cake, maraming slice. We all have our share. pero hindi pa rin lalapit sa'yo yung slice ng cake. So kung nandito ka ngayon, okay, being in the right opportunity is not the end. It's just the beginning. Because even if you are in the best opportunity and you just sit there, then wala rin, kapatid. So kung nandito ka ngayon, nasa best opportunity ka na, attack! Attack the cake! Fight! Di ba? Sinabi, bakit mahirap? Kasi fight siya eh, hindi siya watch. Di ba? Bakit may challenge? Kasi fight! Di ba? Kung nandito ka ngayon, anong mentality? Fighter's mentality. Hindi ka dapat nagugulat pag may distraction. Hindi ka dapat nagugulat pag may challenges. Hindi ka dapat nagugulat pag may setback, pag may comments, pag nadadown ka. It's okay, self-suit yourself. Kaya mo sarili mo, give yourself time. But at the end of the day, pag ang mindset mo, fighter, ready ka eh, ina-expect mo. Minsan nga iniisip ko, ba't di ako pagod? Di ba, umabot ba kayo na, yung mga mahilig mag-present? May ganyan kaming mga araw, bakit isa lang? Parang may mali. Diba? Gusto ko mapagod, di ba? So, dapat ang mindset mo, fight. Lahat ng tao who wants something out of nothing. Lahat ng tao na gustong yumaman with minimal effort, never yumaman. Because people who go for the shortcut never get the end goal. Dapat ang gusto mo mag-fight para umabot ka sa long term. Okay? So, thank you everyone. Okay? Please connect with your mentors for your skills training. Pasensya na kayo, wala tayong skills. Bakit? I believe in my heart, skills cannot be taught in a seminar. Because skills is application. Skills is demo drill. You do it in front of your mentor, I will tell you what to do. You cannot sit, watch basketball, and learn to play basketball. You have to go to the street, makipagpalitan ka ng mukha, makipagbangasan ka doon, gagaling kang mag-basketball. Okay? So thank you everyone, and I'll give you back to our beautiful, and mag-i-English ako, Coach Maris.
Thank you so much, Mentor Camille Gliane, for giving us a blast of learning, immersive experience. Have you seen a tornado on fire? O, di ba si Mentor Camille Gliane yun? You know what, Mentor Camille, you never fail to wow us. Could you just tell it? Few slides, lots of gems na walang tapon. Grabe, inabsorb nyo ba lahat yun? Ladies and gents, family and friends. Mentor Camille, thank you so much. And a little bit of course, no, commendation. Ito talaga yung nagugustuhan ko sa mga mentors natin. Usana family and how we nurture our leaders, mentors, and coaches. Sa lahat-lahat, kahit pa 2050 star diamond, and they're already in their peak success. This is what they always tell. Sa lahat ng ways to get an income, maraming pagkakakitaan. And sabi nga nila, I can even make millions in this kind of business that I ventured in. Kasi nag-expand na sila. But, Usana is the only place on earth wherein you can transform lives, and it's generational, impactful, long term, and forever. Sabi ko, oh my gosh, kahit nga apo mo nga sa kuko, mararamdaman na si, for example, di ba nakikita ko si Lola Myra, si Lola Apple, mararamdaman na ang henerasyon, grabe, ginalingan ng lola ko ng pandemic because she chose to thrive, not just survive. So imagine our families who fought the good fight. I mean, this will be a legendary history that you really, really chose Usana as your vehicle towards creating the success that you want to live. So thank you so much for a beautiful, sizzling Saturday, for being with us, Mentor Camille. Kudos to you. And God bless to all the leaders and champions who came here. And this has been Maris Del Rio saying, God bless you and more power. Have a good night, everyone.